I didn't hit record. I always forget to hit record on the recordings. God damn it. Actually, I think the subtitles don't come on until I'm recording. Is that correct? Did the subtitles just appear? I think they did, because I just hit record. It's because the stream button isn't the same as the record button, and you don't want to start recording straight away, because then you get like several minutes of please stand by beginning soon. So anyway. I need to turn my fan on. I've got a stick. I'm like Homer Simpson when he got really, really fat and didn't want to get up off the chair, because I have a stick that I can use to push this button on the other side of the room. Hang on. Come on. Stick. Power of the stick. Push. There we go. Oh, Jesus. It just saves me getting out of my chair just to push a button. And I'm comfy. I got my blanket and everything. I'm comfy. Yeah, but sometimes I watch my recordings back, just flick through them to make sure everything works well. And like sometimes at the start of my streams, I have this really deep voice because I've not been talking to anyone all morning and I'm tired and it's early. And then by the end of the stream, I get higher and I get into my normal kind of voice. So I think at the moment we're still kind of in the morning sound. Still kind of in the just getting going. Hey, Sammy. Sammy, tell me. You might know this. Why do some ships? Why is this camo an option? Why is this like forest jungle camo an option? I ask this because, like, you know, naval vessels don't spend a lot of time in forests. They just they're not even like, oh well, maybe they'll be, you know, parked up along the coast somewhere. Jeez, how many Picardis are there? I might get the aim wrong here. It always takes me a while to get my aim in the first time I get going. That wasn't too bad though, right? For a first shot, that wasn't bad. Yeah, I hit the guy. Let's see if I can bring my other gun around and just. He's moving real fast. Can I? Oh no, my guns aren't quite in arc. No, they're not. I'd have to turn a bit more. Yeah, maybe. Could be. I don't know. You said that the other day, either about this camo or another one. But, like, I still want to know why. Oh, God, there goes the guy that was in front of me. Oh, no. You know what? The destroyer that was in front of me just now is dead. And over here is just me and these two battleships against at least one destroyer, if not two. Oh God, I've been spotted. You know who I've been spotted by. Alright, we're going to turn around. Not something I enjoy doing, but, like, I'm not moving fast enough right now. Oh boy. You think I'm no longer visible because that destroyer went behind the smoke? Maybe? God, this would be a great time to torpedo me if I were him. Yeah, why do ships that are expected to be at sea have freaking camo? You know what? If this guy's going for it, the Republic here, if he's going for it, I don't have the turning radius to get around this island, but I'm going to straighten up. The enemy are in B. That could be that. I was just going to say that could be that battleship that we couldn't see. He's really moving. I'm stuck on my course here at this point. Did I see? No, I didn't see anything. I really took the weekend off, and I'll tell you why. Okay, so Sammy says, did you see the teaser trailer for the next campaign? Sevastopol Cruiser or the Rhode Island Battleship, both legendary tier. Is legendary tier the ones that are like the little stars that I can never get because you don't get them in the game. You have to buy them with money or something. I don't buy ships in this game. The Bureau, I'm still working through my first 2 ever Bureau projects. Because it just takes forever. If you only play like 6 or 7 hours of the game a week or something, and sometimes you might put it down for a few months, it just takes so long. Go away, Turpits, you're out of range. Oh, now we got problems. So yeah, but good. I remember the trick. You start a Bureau project, and even if the project goes away, you still have it, right? As long as you start it and then pause it to swap to your other thing. Oh, wait, can I shoot this guy? No, he's gone. Great. It's all popping off. Turpits, you're in range now. Not that it'll do me much good, I think. Wow, you're barely moving, dude. In fact, I think he's stopped. I don't think that shot's going to hit him.
All stations,
what was I saying? I don't remember anymore. I've lost half my health already. I think it's this Picardy that I can't see. Well, can I see him? No, he's behind cover. Well, I turned all the way around here. I was going to come this way originally, and then I had the problem of that there seemed to be a destroyer that was going to get me. Is this guy moving finally? He is. So I was like, okay, this Turpitz is going to kill me. There isn't really anything I can do. I was like, okay, you know, we seem to be pushing through here. This Republic was here, so I'll go round the island, and there's no point me putting the fires out. They'll just start them again. And, you know, I'll push forward and engage. But then suddenly this Turpitz and there's the other fellow was there. Am I going to hit this guy? Probably not. And I've just got the absolute crap kicked out of it. What? Oh, Jesus. Jesus, that frickin' Turpitz really got me. But also this Picardy, which just came around and really focused on me. Alright. Well, that was just my very first game. I was barely paying attention. I was mostly thinking about something else. What was I thinking about? I don't know. Frickin'. Yeah, I noticed that person had a funny username. What was it? Gothic Lady Lilith. I think I've seen that person. Yeah, that person streaming before. Funny coincidence. But yeah, just unfortunate. Just they were way out there. I expected to see a destroyer, and instead I saw a Turpitz. That's a shame. I have the Turpitz. I don't really know how to use it, though, because, like, I didn't buy it. The game just gave it to me at one point, and all I really did with it is upgrade it to make it ridiculously long-range secondaries, like 9.4 kilometer secondaries, and then I just made it look stupid. I gave it like really stupid, like the worst looking camo I could find, and like an anime girl flag, just really silly stuff, which I would show you if the game could load at all. But yeah, anyway, Sammy, you were asking if I saw that trailer, and I said no, because I took a break over the weekend from all this stuff, because like it was depressing, because like I'm still waiting to get my like Twitch affiliate stuff sorted out, and I sent them another email on Friday because it had been a week, and I was like, okay, I'm just gonna do a little follow-up email. And so I sent a follow-up email. Let me pull out the Cherbourg here. And I just said like, hey, you know, where are we at? Because basically it was stuck on the point where and hang on, let me just play with my fire here for a sec. It was stuck on kind of the point where it was like, oh, we're reviewing your payout selection. So like you tell them where you want money to go to, and they review that in some manner. And it was like, okay, it's under review. And it was under review for much longer than they said it should have been. So they were like, oh, you should contact us. And the first time round, they told me to wait. Second time round, this is the weird thing. I sent them an email like, hey, you know, what's the update? And it's all part of the same ticket, right? But the response was weird because like it started out by saying like, hey, we see that you're having some trouble with your affiliate payout stuff. And I was like, you're responding to this as if we've not spoken about this already, and we already have spoken about it. And also you're writing it as if this is just a canned email and it's not like you're not actually, you know, writing the message. So I was like, I'm confused. And their response was to basically completely reset the process and make me do it all again. So now I have to fill in all my tax documentation again. I have to sign a new contract with them and everything. And what's annoying besides that, because that's very unprofessional, imagine if you were doing anything with a business and they basically said, hey, we threw away all of your documentation. We don't have it. You have to send it again. And I'm like, what do you mean you threw it away? Or you can't find it, or you don't have it anymore. Well, what's going on over there? What's going on in your office? You know? This is sensitive information, and you've just lost it, apparently. But also this idea that their solution to a problem instead of answering, because I kept asking them, like, what is the issue? Like, you know, we can work together on this. If you fill me in on what the problem is, I can help resolve it, right? And they just ignored that. They wouldn't answer the question. They literally didn't even acknowledge that I'd asked the question. And their response was just, let's just wipe everything and start from scratch. Fill all your information again and hopefully it'll work this time. I'm like, well, what do you mean hopefully it'll work this time? Like, you know, like, what are we doing here? What's going on? So I got quite frustrated with the... in the end, I said, like, am I talking to a person? Because it sounds like I'm talking to a bot. I don't know. Like, I said it in a nicer way because you don't want to be rude about these things, you know. But it seemed to me like I was talking to just a computer, you know. Anyway, it was very depressing. Just, you know, not being able to resolve this very, what I thought was a very minor issue. I was like, oh, I have to do all this again and blah 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 blah. So I just switched off over the weekend and was like, right, I'm going to treat this like it's a job, and I'm not working over the weekend. So there you go, Sammy. That's my answer. What's a weird name? What did I say was a weird name? Hello, Georgia. Yeah, I don't really want to fight you, to be honest. Oh, hey, look. Well, it wasn't really a good game. I think I lost quite rapidly to that Tirpitz and the Picardy. But it was just my first game of the day. Now, because I've been chatting about my slightly depressing Twitch support email situation, I've not actually been focusing on the game, and I've just driven into a ridiculous spot where I'm in a cruiser facing a giant battleship right now, and God knows what else. But yes, so that's oh, by the way, first time chat also. Hello, Lily. Yeah, so that's why I didn't see any of the new stuff. Ah, you know what, screw it. Oh wow, someone just slaughtered that guy. I was just about to give up. I was just about to... I turned on my reload thing. I was just like, screw it. I'm just going to lay into this guy as much as possible before I die. But now I have a second shot at life. I mean, it's still unsure because there's still an enemy destroyer over there who can... He can't see me because he's inside his own smoke, I think. Wow. Our guys behind me are really doing the work. Alright, if someone can see me, it's probably that destroyer. See, I'm trying to pay attention now. Lilith's your birth name, and you came up with it because you're Gothic too. You've seen me in your daughter's server. Yes, yes. I did join that server, yeah. I'm not on many servers. It's nice to see what people make and their communities. Wow, I thought that guy was moving a lot faster than he was. I've never even seen this ship before. Alsov Rossia. An interesting looking vessel. So yeah, I'm a little depressed about all of that, but maybe, I tell you what, I'm going to spend the next few days just focusing on streaming and having fun and trying to, you know, have a good time with you guys and not be too stressed out. I'm just going to race forward and see what happens. I'm getting bored of hiding behind this rock, so I'm going to stop hiding. So I'm not going to deal with the Twitch stuff over the next few days. But on maybe Friday, when I'm done with streaming and I can sit down and fill in all that stuff again. Look at this guy trying to torpedo me. That would have worked if I hadn't decided to just randomly start moving again. Then on Friday, I will sit down with my kind of office businessy hat and I will go back through all the tax details. You know what I might do? Because I think the problem is they weren't happy with the payment processor that I'd filled in for some reason. But the problem is they're being very opaque about it and won't tell me why it was a problem. If they just told me that, oh yes, this is an issue, please use a different thing, I'd have been like, okay, great, okay, that's fine, I'll use a different thing. Oh, I couldn't quite shoot that guy before I went around here. So what I'm going to do is read between the lines and assume that there is a problem, and maybe I'll set up some, like, people have all kinds of online payment thingies these days, like Monzo, that's the one, right? Mondo, I don't know what it's called. Anyway, sorry. Yeah, so you were in range of me before I even moved up. Yeah, I suppose the useful thing, seeing as I have you here, and this is the first time I've ever spoken to someone who's blown me up in this game, because of course it's all random. The useful question for me to ask would probably be, like, what should I do better in the future? Admittedly, I was barely paying attention, but, like, yeah, what should I do better? Because what happened was, I was going to head around that island and head out and, you know, play the game and fight and stuff. But then the one destroyer that was in front of me got blown up. And I knew that there was an enemy destroyer right around there, so I couldn't just keep moving forwards. I had to change course. But then one of my colleagues, the Republique, seemed to be coming out to go through that gap. And I thought, well, if I'm doing it with someone, if I'm not just on my own, then sure, I'll push forward. Screw it. I'll support my guy. It may not be the best move, but I'll do it anyway. But I was already on course to go around a smaller island, and I couldn't turn around, so I had to go all the way around that thing. And by the time I got around, I was being engaged by Tirpitz that I'd only just seen, and then the Flanders or whatever it was. No, it wasn't a Flanders. It was a Picardy off to my right. And both of them were just laying into me, setting me on fire so much that they were just working my health down. And I couldn't hide my broadside from both of them because they were at 90 degrees to each other. So, yeah, that was it basically. And I think I was in I was in my Iowa, which I feel doesn't have the best aim necessarily. So it was quite hard to hit Tirpitz. And because Tirpitz wasn't, I know it was you, but I'm just going to say Tirpitz. Tirpitz wasn't moving at first, and that confused me. Because I aimed ahead of them a little bit, thinking, well, they must be moving a bit. They're not just going to be sat there. But you were pretty much sat there, and then you started moving. So that threw me at first when I first fired. But yeah, what could I have done better? I guess. Yeah. Oh, the Republic. Oh yeah, he got away. I don't know what happened to him. Tell you what I am going to do here. I'm kind of, you look in the minimap here, I'm kind of out in the open, just me and this destroyer, no cover whatsoever. I'm in quite a fast ship, so I might, and also the other battleship here, the Nebraska, is turning away, so this is a weird game. There's loads of destroyers, but not much of anything else. So I'm probably, you know what, I might even turn my speed boost on, because I just want to get to where my buddies are quickly. I don't just want to be out in the open here. No, I don't want to turn that far. Come on, turn left. I just don't want to be way out in the open here and then have whoever's behind A and whoever's behind B able to shoot me, whilst all my colleagues are much closer to these rocks and able to stay in cover. That's my thinking. Like, this Scharnhorst is going to come in, and then they have torpedo planes, which are going to want me. 25 seconds? I think I launched that a bit too quickly. I really thought he was going to come straight for me, but he is coming for me, right? He must be coming this way. Yeah, he is. I'm already turning hard to starboard, and I've got the extra anti-aircraft guns on, which seems to be doing a decent job, actually. Look at all that. Look at all that red anti-air fire. Because I'm moving so quickly and was turning, I only got hit by one of those. I do need to fix that, though, because otherwise I'm going to keep spinning hard to starboard, which is going to take me ridiculously out of the battle. It's not where I want to go. Just play it smart. Well, I see now. I'm going to lose on step one there. Play it smart. I don't do smart. I don't have an answer for that. There's no joke there. I'm just not very smart. Stay bowl in? Bowl in? What does that mean? And don't give up too much side to me. Yeah, that's what I was doing. I was, and it put me in a bit of a difficult position because I had the Picardy hitting me in the side from the other end. And in the end, I decided I'll turn bow onto this Tirpitz because it seems like the biggest threat at the moment. God, more fucking talk. This is one of the reasons I wanted to move away. Oh, is he coming after me or is he going? He's going after the other battleship. I wanted to move away here because I saw the planes early on and realized that their aircraft carrier must be somewhere over here. Yeah, he's somewhere in the middle. and would probably be really pissed at me. But yeah, so in the end I decided to turn bow on to Tirpitz, but it wasn't working out for me because this other guy was hitting me too hard in the side. So my last big decision was just screw it. Let's just try and get in cover away from Tirpitz and fight the Picardy because he seems like slightly less of a threat. But in the end, I'd already lost too much health and wasn't able to get away. Wow, there was some lag when I pulled that trigger before the thing actually did anything. Yeah. Well, I shot at you because you were in front of me. Probably shot at me first. I don't really remember.
The ship is on fire.
Don't push up too much. Well, yeah. I was trying not to, but then as I said, that Republic looked like he was pushing forward, and I felt bad, and I was like, well, God, these guys really want to sink me. I'm going to have to turn hard to starboard again to try to avoid these torpedoes. I'm not going to avoid all of them. But also, there is an island off to my right here. Someone over there is that guy's secondaries? It must be, because I'm getting absolutely hammered by huge amounts of fire here. I've only taken this ship out a few times. It seems... well, this is a good game for me. I'm not going to survive this. It seems like Scharnhorst is one hell of a ship because she's constantly firing on me with just a massive amount of fire here. And there's nothing I can do about it, you know. This one ship is obliterating me. Look how much fire's... I thought there was a cruiser over there. Oh, I'm not around this island yet. My bad. This ship turns much faster than I thought it did. It's too maneuverable. I thought if I turn hard left, I'm going to get around the island. But no, man. This guy, it must be his secondaries at such incredible range. He's just taking me out. That's it. I'm done. Yeah, and then the aircraft carrier. So that was just a really unlucky match where I was constantly being harassed by the aircraft carrier and the battleship and whoever else. And that battleship, at first I thought, oh, this must... The amount of fire that was coming in, I thought, okay, it must be the Scharnhorst and a cruiser that I can't see behind him because of all that extra fire coming in. But it turned out no. It was just him and his secondaries, which, I mean, looks like his secondaries are engaging this guy now as well. He must have insane secondaries. Wow. No, I don't want my settings. You know, that's something I'd... Not to just complain about the game all the time, but in World of Tanks, there is just a button. Like, when you die, you just have to press, I think it's A to leave and go back to the garage. Whereas in this game, I have to pull up a menu, and then I have to scroll down, and then select the option. There's like, are you sure now? Are you, yes, I'm... you know... Oh, hey, I like how your chat messages, Lilith, if you look at the screen, they kind of all go down like a little flight of stairs. Like they're different. The first one's really big, and then the next one's a little bit smaller, and that pleases me. Yeah, the Iowa seems quite easy to blow up if you can hit it in the side. Certainly, I know. For me, I found that, especially with using it and realizing, like, because I think like I'm in a battleship, I'll be generally okay, and then like someone just looks at my belly and I'm instantly blown up. I'm like, oh dear, okay, so don't let people see my side. Okay, what's this thing? This is one of those, like, you've got missions to do things. Alright, yeah, sure, screw it. Bring out a cruiser, something that isn't a battleship. Something that I'm leveling up would be nice. Oh, you know, this is the other thing. Again, not to just complain about things all the time, but World of Tanks has a much better filter than this game. Because right now my filter is set to ships that I can use, you know, for the mission-y assignment thingies. And it also has to be a cruiser, and it also has to be a ship I'm leveling up. But you see, that's not what the filter has applied. The filter has applied... if I take this out, this filter is doing nothing. Because it's filtering for the missions, and it's ignoring this filter option. But that's not how a filter should work. It should filter it down. It should be showing me all the ships that apply to this. So all these ones should be gone, and it should be showing me my Fiji, my Cherbourg, my Pensacola. So it's, I don't know, it's weird. Why build a filter that doesn't work right? That's kind of annoying. Right. Is it just me? I find that slightly irritating because... I mean, it's a fixed problem. It's, you know, I don't just want to complain all the time. Oh, my fire's gone out. Hang on a minute. I'm going to have to get my fire going. Yeah, I'm going to have to, give me a sec here. I take my headset off and make sure the fire gets going. Or it may have just died out. Hang on. I'm gonna have to get this thing going again. I know, I'm being quiet. I'll just be a minute. This is so professional of me, right? Smoke. Almost done, honest. That should do. I'm sorry about that. Yeah, I do apologize. I know I shouldn't hop up and go do things while I'm streaming. Yeah, Lilith. I so rarely pay much attention to people's usernames, but I'll try and keep an eye out. Absolutely. It's crazy to me to think that we match made at all, considering like how many people must be playing this game, right? And oh, just the idea of running into anyone. We could try that forever and it'd never work. Oh. Welcome back, Britannic. You just missed your mother. I've never seen you both in the same room at the same time. I'm going to bring this Pensacola out. Oh, man. Oh, yeah, that fire's really going. You know when you've got like a nice hot fire, but it's kind of gone out, but it's still hot enough that if you could just get it going again, uh, it will go whoosh and really get going. It's quite cold here at the moment. Oh, man. But yeah, thanks for popping in, Lilith, and saying hello. That is cool. I think yours was one of the first streams of this game I saw when I first signed up for Twitch like 2 months ago now or whatever. I think you were one of the first people I watched, if I recall. There's so many now though. To try and remember everyone's name. You know what? It's a shame because you know, you get all these notifications, right, saying, "Oh, such and such a person is starting to stream." You know, you get them on your phone, and it's always at times when I'm like, "Oh, I want to watch these people stream," like Fat Guy Gaming and you guys and oh, Amber Peacemaker and stuff. Amber Peacemaker, she's lovely. I do recommend her stuff. And it's like, oh, but I can't watch right now. I'm busy, or I'm going to bed, or I'm just, you know. It's always at the worst times. Or like Tia Coffee. I forget her username. Her link is on my profile somewhere. She seems lovely as well, but everyone's always streaming at the most inopportune times. It's like they know, like, oh, Obi's going to bed. Let's start our stream right now. Yeah. So I don't know how often you stream, Lilith, but it mustn't be when I'm at the computer usually, because I don't see. I must be subscribed to you, right? Or following, I suppose. Is it? Oh, I'm not. Oh no. Okay. Well, oh dear. You know what? You know, because you know how I said like you were one of the first people. Yeah. I should get back. Well, there's a difference between getting back and you're pissing off Pensacola. Like, it looks like my entire team have left, and it's just me here versus Warspite. I'm sure I'll be fine. Warspite isn't that good of a ship, right? Me versus the Warspite. I'll win. Right? Right, guys? Anyway, I think the reason I wasn't following you is because I was new to Twitch when I saw your stream, and I probably just didn't follow anyone at the time. Oh, great. The Dallas. Well, I'm screwed here. As that other guy suggested, I could have turned around and ran away, but what's the point of running away? Why is my entire team on the other side of the map? I'm up. I'm not going to win here, by the way, but I'm up against 3 cruisers and a Warspite. Just me, and they know I'm here. They know I'm here. Oh, hey Lilith, what do you give my odds of winning this battle? I do have a battleship coming to aid me. I don't know who it is. The cruiser has turned around, but we've got a West Virginia. He's far too far away to be of any use, particularly. You need intelligence data. There you go. They'll be coming around that corner in a minute. See, even the Virginia's requesting the support of that Pensacola that turned around and left. Oh yeah, that's fair. That's reasonable.
Thank you.
Hello there now. Now, I don't know if you have... wait, why am I moving forwards?
The ship is on fire.
I thought my engines were on reverse. Did I put them in forward gear for some reason? I really need to move backwards as much as possible. I don't know which of these guys have torpedoes. I'm sure it's plenty of them. I really was expecting to already be moving backwards at this point. 5 out of 10, really. Well, I've lost half my health and currently only being engaged by 1 guy.
Good show.
It's just unfortunate, you know, how the game started with me over here and then I decided I was going to engage the enemy on this side of the map and no one else wanted to, I guess. It's just unfortunate, but that's the way it is. So I'm just going to do as much little damage to this guy as I can and then that's it. That's me done. I'm going to use this little bit of island for as much cover as possible and there's nothing else I can do after that. And look. Oh, he's waited to fire torpedoes at me until I'm definitely not going to get away. Wow, I thought he would have fired way earlier if he had them. I just kind of assumed, oh, he mustn't have torpedoes because he could have sunk me by now. Okay, so that was an unfortunate little match, but that's the way it happens sometimes. The West Virginia's coming in. If she's got good aim, she could blast this cruiser, and then the next guy, and then the next guy. She would have to fight Warspite. Warspite has decided to reverse. You look on the mini-map. Warspite is behind A and has decided to reposition significantly. I don't know why she decided to stop and literally just go backwards. She could have come round, you know, used her full speed, come round A and then just push forward, killed the West Virginia with her 2 cruiser colleagues here and moved on. But I don't know. She really wanted to reverse. I don't know what she's doing back there. Anyway, next match. You suggesting I use armor piercing? Yeah, I think I was on high explosive there because I thought, well, I figured to myself, I'm not going to last long enough to be able to do much damage, but maybe if I set someone on fire, that'll do a little bit of overtime damage after I die. That was my little bit of thinking. And at first I also thought, okay, I'm going up against the Warspite. I didn't realize the other 2 cruisers were there when I was making that decision. I was like, okay, it's me versus Warspite. I'm not going to beat her with just armor piercing, but maybe I can start a few fires and piss her off. That was my thinking. You know what? I like the Konigsberg. I don't know. I don't remember why. I remember I like it, so I'm going to bring it out. Or maybe Sammy was just recommending that we all read the Associated Press. I'm trying to work out what that means. You did enjoy playing this while streaming. Oh, right. You mean that when you were streaming, which you've stepped away from to take care of the kids, you were really enjoying streaming this. Well, good. Let me check if I'm subscribed to you or following. See, I'm not even following you. I'm not following anyone. Jeez, there we go. I want to know when you guys are actually streaming. Half the time I can never watch, as I say, but I like to at least be aware. Sometimes someone starts to stream at the right time. Like sometimes someone will start streaming just as I wake up in the morning. And I've actually found that usually when I wake up in the morning, I will pull my phone out, check the news, right? Check for any interesting articles, check the actual news, and so on and so forth, and do that. But if someone's streaming, it's more enjoyable to wake up for 30 minutes or something, kind of wake up, get your head working by engaging with those guys and watching someone play and hang out versus reading depressing news. You know what? I was gonna swing right here, so I've got my guns on that side. But actually, oh, look at this. Look at this. This ship's guns can turn straight through the center of the vessel. Oh, that's amazing. Every ship should be able to do that. Oh, I love it. That's actually fucking great. Oh, man. Alright, someone wants to torpedo. Surely they won't torpedo me. Surely they'll torpedo the guy behind me, right? It's a bit like this Wyoming or something. You don't want to torpedo me. Nah, and I'm going behind cover. I'd be a bad guy to torpedo anyway. Because I'm going behind this island. Why would you even bother when you could hit this Wyoming who appears to be maneuvering? Even better. Yeah, he's going after the Wyoming. I'm not tasty enough as a target. I am, however, spotted, which isn't ideal. There was a battleship up here somewhere. Alright. Hello. I like the Duguay Truan. Do I know how to pronounce the name? No. But I like it. I like it as a ship. Let's see if I can hit him. That's a bad shot, but it's what I've got. We're never going to beat the Kaiser, you and I. We really need those battleships to come in. I might just suggest that this guy takes a little cover. We're never going to win. I kind of wish I had smoke, because smoke would... wait, hang on. Does this guy have smoke? That'd be great. If this guy had enough smoke to just help us out for the short time that it would take that backup to get here, because we got 2 battleships moving in to help us out. If he could get over here, that would be just dandy. Spinning around like this isn't ideal, by the way, because it puts me in shooty range of all of these guys, including this new friendly Wyoming. I have turned on my anti-air, but it turns out he was going after that guy, not me. That Wyoming took out my engines. I need to repair those. I do need to turn around and leave. I'm going to turn around in a big old circle, but I've got... If you look at the minimap, again, it's just very unlucky. Their entire team are coming this way, and I'm the guy on the front line here. And there's just... What can I do at this point? We kind of pushed up this way, but this is just where the enemy are. This is just where the enemy are. And everyone's out of range. My torpedo range is what, 6? Yeah, that guy's never coming into range. Alright. It's over for me, I'd say. I got 4 people aiming their guns at me right now. And it's going to be at least 2 battleships and a cruiser. I am turning quite wildly here, but there's not really much I can do. I can spin around again to try and really throw them off, but still got 3 guys aiming at me right now. Ah, I set him on fire. Good. Maybe he's in range. Still not. Still not in range. Okay, now he is. I don't know what he's going to do, but let's see if we can deal with that. And that's a good game from me. Look, I'll even turn my sonar on. It'll save me. Alright, what are the odds any of these are going to hit this guy? I mean, the fact that he's going to rub up against the edge of the map really does throw your aim off a bit. But you never know. Maybe I'll hit him. It looks like at least one of them is going to hit him here. Maybe 2 if I'm lucky. Hang on. 1. Yeah, okay. I'll take that. I'll fuck that guy up. This other guy can finish him off now. Unless he floods to death, because he's not repairing yet. There we go. The Kaiser killed the Kaiser. Alright, I'm going to read chat now. Sorry, I was really in it there for a second. You learned that Bismarck and Tirpitz both have 8 15-inch guns. You don't know why you were thinking they had 16-inch guns. So they basically have Renown and Vanguard level guns. The guns on Turp... I need to work out how to play Turpits. Because I just screw around with it. I just pull it out to be my screwing around crazy secondaries range thing. As I said. Alright. Let me try and lock in here and do something I'm good at. Let me pull out my kamikaze and try and have an actual good match. This is my little cheer up ship. Whenever I don't do well in a few matches, I like to pull this one out just to cheer up. Remember to drink your tea, everyone. Yeah, you know way more about this stuff than I do. I enjoy reading about this stuff, or like watching the occasional YouTube documentary about the design of these ships and the thought process and things. And then I forget all the details. I let it wash over me. But that's great because you come back to it later and you can watch it again or read it again and it's like it's all new because you've forgotten all the details. I hope everyone's having a nice day wherever you are in general. Here in the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland, which is the full name of like the nation, actually. If you don't know, there you go. That's what it's called. We just call it UK. It's easier. It's 11 a.m. It is really interesting, isn't it? I like learning about how to describe it. What I enjoy isn't just learning about, like, oh, here's what they did, and then they did this, and then they did this. It's the experience of why did they do something a certain way? What did they try first that didn't work? Why didn't it work? And what solution did they come up with the next time they tried it, you know? So iterative different ideas on, like, how to build different guns and how to... I remember watching a whole little documentary thing about... I say documentary, it was like a 15-minute video, but it was very well sourced, very well put together, just about how they make the explosive charges, right, for the guns, how they make them now versus how they originally made them, what the issues were. There were lots of explosions and so on and so forth. Okay, all right. Let's actually focus. What are we doing here? We have two battleships, a California, a Bayan, and a Konigsberg. Konigsberg's going to be a problem for me because he's gonna come in screening. They also have some good destroyers. Let's hope they're not in front of me because this is... Oh, beautiful. Goodbye, cruiser. Now, if they don't have destroyers in front of me, this is going to be a nice little bit of a shooting gallery for me. We know one of their destroyers is up to the north. He's just appeared on the minimap. Great, excellent. All I have to do is close the range here. This is a very big map. It's a large map, so it takes a while to get there. My range on torpedoes is 8.4, 8.1. It doesn't help that this California is turning away from me, but the Bayan isn't. The Bayan is not moving at all.
Spotted an enemy cruiser.
Oh, that's not
Ready
good.
for a good chase.
That's not good. A couple of torpedoes coming from seemingly nowhere. Okay, we know where both of their destroyers are, and they're nowhere near me. My problem is that these guys... I mean, this guy has to be moving. This guy's not moving. Is he not playing the game? He might just not be playing. Well, let's just take him out of the equation. Screw it. Let's just do an entire volley on him. I don't want to get spotted, so I am going to do a big turn to port instead of a starboard turn. It does take me a bit further away from the California. He's already going to be somewhat hard to hit because he's moving away from me. Oh god, the guy next to me is dead. But he's still running. He's still running, and my team really is on this side of the map. They're all behind me. Look at this. All these guys are behind me. I have to make sure I don't hit the wreck of my very blue colleague here. That guy should be dead very soon.
I'm calling for fire support.
There we go. He's dead. Now, I'm in a bit of a difficult position because I kind of want to move up. I've got California on my left, and over here off my starboard, I've got everyone else. And I don't want to necessarily get caught in between them. that wouldn't be great. I might turn on my speed boost and really try and close a little
Engine
bit of a
boost is
gap
on.
here.
Oh, I love being fast.
And see what we can do. Da, 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 da. Okay, it's going to be potentially hard to hit this guy. Let's do that, and then let's do a big volley as if he's going to slow down and just see what happens. And now again we're going to turn around. See, he is slowing down. He's turning towards me, either because he's seen torpedoes coming in or because he just wants to engage someone. But either way, that's what my very rearmost volley was made for, just in case he changes course. I'm not going to hit him, but I bracketed him, which is better than nothing. Right, I have to make sure, I've turned a bit too far. I have to make sure he doesn't see me here. I'm going to fire a very wide, because it's anyone's guess where this guy's going to go, frankly. Alright, let's do that. Let's see if that helps, and we're going to swing around again. Okay, let me read. You can ignore the bot saying that there's going to be an ad break. Your mother is German and your father is British. You were born in the UK, but you live in Germany. Man, I want to learn German. You must know German then, right? With German family and living over there. Are we going to hit this guy? Ooh, that one seems a bit far away, but it might just hit him in the arse. Oh no, I've turned too close. Come on, hit him in the arse. Oh no, just missed. He's doing a good job of dodging. Alright, okay. We're going to fire there. We're going to fire there. I think he's up to speed now, basically. And then, potentially, if he turns away, let's fire there. I don't want to keep moving forward. This is anyone's match still. Anyone's match. Me focusing on this California, I'd really like to get rid of him because he's taking up the attention of 2 of our battleships and a cruiser right now. And frankly, our other 2 battleships are defending against whatever their team are throwing at us. I really need to just deal with this California. I did just hit him. 1 torpedo hit there. So that my guys can refocus what they're doing and really deal with someone else.
No more boost.
But because he's doing a bit of a fighting retreat, it's usually a bit harder to hit him. He is still flooding, though. He doesn't seem to have a repair left. Couple more hits from my colleagues. Looks like his engines have been taken out. Come on, hit him. Hit him. Then he'll be done, and then I can move on. I can flank them then. There we go. We got him with the flooding. Alright. I could capture their base, and I think Sammy would be shouting at the screen to do that. I could do that, and they do still have 2 destroyers. Capturing the base can be quite difficult.
Let me show you our target.
Sammy, if you're still here, would you capture the base right now? See, Sammy's very good at this game and is always trying to give me advice on what I should be doing. And usually Sammy's advice is you should be capturing the capture points. The only thing that would put me off from capturing the base is that they still have 2 destroyers, but they seem to be... They're not that far away, but they do seem to be engaged elsewhere. And I potentially have some colleagues very close to me who can come and help me capture the base,
I could use your support.
which would be nice. So it's the fact that this is quite a large map and there really appears to be no one anywhere near their base that makes me quite comfortable to come in here. Because otherwise I'd be going up behind them and I'd be chasing them down again. And yes, I'd be flanking them, but it's still quite difficult. And especially with those 2 destroyers, and I don't know exactly where they are, I might end up just getting caught in a battle against those guys the whole time, and I might even get blown up, whereas I know I'm reasonably comfortable in here for a while. It is going to be potentially 2.5 minutes of me hoping the enemy doesn't come over here to sink me, though, because they're going to want to. And again, like, we still have a lot of battleships with a lot of reasonable health pools, but... And look at their Warspite's not doing very well.
Team, let's rain
But
fire on
those
that enemy
destroyers
warship.
could easily blast 2 of our battleships all of a sudden. You never know. Like, when you've got good destroyers on the enemy team, there you go, the Warspite's gone.
We're in the lead
I am
now.
no longer
Good luck
concerned.
catching up.
I was concerned, and now I'm not concerned. Because at this point, it's going to be very difficult for those 2 destroyers to sink 4 battleships, a cruiser, and me, frankly. I was worried when we were even Stevens on the number of ships, but now I'm no longer concerned. Oh, this sounds pretty exciting. Let me read this out. You'll force the red DD to come for you, so takes focus off team. Yes, you're right. That's a good point. It does force the enemy to consider that we need to race to the base. Someone needs to go to the base and defend it. And really, who's going to get here in time? It's going to be a destroyer, and that certainly helps take the focus off of our two battleships who were originally defending the base. And indeed, if you look at our base, there is someone trying to take our base right now. I think he just left the base, or perhaps because our guys went in there, it took the points away, which seems more reasonable. That's the destroyer anyway. We don't see him. I'm always moving, by the way. I am going to stop now because I don't care anymore. We've won, but I'm never not moving in the base. You know, I thought I might end up seeing some smoke down there, but no. Oh, I'm moving backwards.
We were heroes today, weren't we?
You love having Italian and German? Yeah. Oh man, like yeah. I would love, as I said, I would love to learn German. I only know a single phrase in German so far. The thing is, I was gonna learn it online, but then I thought, well, I really need to know people that speak the language so that I can converse with them on a regular basis, like like a conversation, not just over text. And so I don't know. I kind of gave it up. I was like, well, I could try and learn it through all these online courses, but it doesn't mean I'm going to learn it correctly. And learning something wrong is almost worse than not learning it at all, because when you do learn it properly, you have to unlearn what you already learned and then learn it the right way. You know, and maybe I'll be pronouncing words wrong, or I'd be using like grammar and terminology that people don't actually use. And you don't want to learn a language and then go over there and have people be like, oh, you learn this on such and such a platform or in this particular way. It's kind of like you can always tell like someone who was like a kid that read. You can always tell if someone read a lot of books growing up, because they know a lot of words but they don't necessarily know how to pronounce them, right? So you'll get them using a term and they'll say it in a weird way because they've never actually heard it said out loud. I like the Emil Burtin. I'll pull that out, whip that out. Ich bin eine Frau. That's the only phrase I know, and I'm not even sure how to pronounce it either. The fire's burning out now, but you know what? It's lovely and warm in here, so I'm happy. Oh, man. You know, one of the things I can't do at the moment, I don't think, because it's one of those things that, again, you need to have affiliate unlocked. I can't make people VIPs because, yeah, that's like an affiliate thing, and they've not unlocked that for me yet. But I tell you, if I could make some of you guys VIP users, I would. Yeah. Are any of you, Sammy? Are you in the UK? I know I probably ask you this every single stream, and then you tell me where you live, and then I remember. I have such a poor memory, but I want to know. What like payment, like bank. I want to set up like a banking app thing. Oh, you're in Spain. Well, that's not helpful. Why you live in Spain? Come live over here so you can tell me how to do things. I want to. I had a Revolut at one point. If you're familiar with that, like online based bank thing. But I want to start. I just want to set up a little online bank thing that is just for all of my online-y stuff, like receiving Twitch payments, and if I ever set up any kind of like Patreon, or if I do anything, and if I want to, it's just easier to have all of the incomings and outgoings and little things all attached to something like that. And I just want it to be like an app on my phone and not have to mess around with other stuff. Wow, I have a very long ship. Look how long this ship is. How long would it take someone to go on a little jog from one end of the ship to the other, do you think? That's quite long. That's lengthy. Yeah, I just want to set up something. I probably need to ask some of my UK We've been spotted. That has to be a destroyer somewhere because no one else is anywhere near being able to see me. Let's just fight the repulse. Screw it. Let's see. You all post your art and pics on your server and ship stuff too. That's basically all you do in there. Yeah. I know what you mean. On my Discord server at the moment, it's a lot of that kind of stuff. And seeing people post like Overwatch best playing game and all that kind of stuff. I'm sure someone the other day posted some kind of like Cardcaptor Sakura gun. You know, like I don't play Overwatch, so I don't know how commodified it is. But there seems to be a real push in recent years, and it's not a bad thing, of like video games, especially live service video games, like Fortnite or, I mean, Fortnite's the big one, but like all of those kinds of games of having like branded content from other stuff in your game. Like, for example, maybe some, you know, Cardcaptor Sakura stuff. You know what I mean? Whereas, like, in the olden days, that would be extraordinarily rare. You know? Imagine playing Halo and having Cardcaptor Sakura stuff in it. Or like, Fortnite just added a bunch of Simpsons stuff, you know? And I think companies are a bit more open these days about doing those kinds of things. Whereas they would previously have been like, no, we're not going to put our content in your games. That's crazy. You crazy. Maybe we'd make our own games, but, you know. But they seem to be a lot more open about seeing a lot of those games now as just like good advertising opportunities and stuff. I don't know. Anyway. Oh, yeah. Do you guys... you talk about you subs Warships, ocean liners and things. Oh, wow. I hit that guy's citadel. I'm just screwing around here. I'm just thinking less than I am playing. Do you play... There's a great single-player simulation game called U-Boat. Oh, wow. Someone's finally shooting at me. God, it's been long enough. U-Boat is really, really good. I really enjoy U-Boat, especially with a couple of mods. There's a great mod... Jesus, we're just slaughtering them. Okay, so I'm going to swatch to high explosive because I think there might be a destroyer down here, and screw it. Why don't I just go and try and fight him? I've got a battleship chilling out with me here. I've got a Bayon. Anyway, there's this great mod in U-Boat. There's a couple of really good mods, really good realism mods and stuff. But there's a great mod that adds historic like radio stations. So depending on what time period it is during the war, as you go through the campaign, you can hear stuff from the different time periods, but also from the different countries. So depending on like if you're close to the UK or if you're sailing off near Germany or Norway or France or wherever, or you get all of these different historic like radio broadcasts, but also music. Oh, you got me. You got me. I was turning to dodge stuff and you got me. Oh, fair play to you there. Fair play to you. Ah. So what you saw there was me like turning wildly a little bit to try and dodge any potential torpedoes. But I just caught the edge of a wave that I had mostly avoided, but then I turned back a bit too soon, I guess. Oh, it's a shame. Always be dodging, though. If you know a destroyer can see you, don't just hold the same course forever. Anyway, that mod is really nice because when you're sailing, there's not a lot for you to do necessarily. I mean, you can speed up time, but sometimes it's nice to just sail along, listening to the radio. Right. How about? Oh, fine. I'll pull out an aircraft carrier. I guess I'll pull out an aircraft carrier. I'm not great in them, and it takes so much XP. 137,000, and we're already over halfway. It's so much. It's so much XP. I like my Osho aircraft carrier. It's one of the ones below this one. I really enjoy that one. This one I'm not so good at. I don't pull it out very often. Anyway, U-Boat is a fun game. And they beautifully, accurately recreate the U-boats as well, and all the interiors. And you can either the game you mostly play in a like cutaway, so you can see the inside of the ship. You know, it's cut in half, or you can go inside and you can actually walk around. And if you're a crazy person, you can actually play the game in like skipper mode, where it's all first person, and your only interaction with the game is like from the eyes of the guy in the ship. You know. And that's insane. That's an insane way to play. But you could play it that way. I mean, that's literally how they functioned originally, you know. Just figuring out where the enemy is based off hydrophone stuff and whatever they can see through the periscope and so on. That's crazy. And y'all are crazy for doing that, but I respect it. It's insane. Oh man. There's nothing quite as terrifying though as like doing a really great like run on a allied convoy or something, and then their destroyers catch wind of you, and then you spend the next 40 minutes hiding from them, running from them, changing course and speed, changing depth, trying to avoid depth charges, trying to stop their ASDIC from pinging you, trying to stop their hydrophones from being able to hear you. And then getting sunk anyway. I just want to wiggle myself behind this island at the start here. I just want to get into some cover. I love the red, white, and blue camo on aircraft carriers. It just looks so good. It's just a great. It's just great. It's just great.
Enemy force sighted on the horizon.
You know what, let me just get the thing moving here for a sec. I also would like to level it out if I could, so that it's possible for me to get the hell out of here if need be. Alright, screw it, let's just do that. I don't want to sit here forever maneuvering my ship when I should be flying my planes. See, now the Hosho has like biplane bombers, and this one's upgraded. Look at these cool looking planes. I wish I could zoom in on them. I also wish that alarm would stop going off, like beep 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 beep. Yes, I know there's ground in front of me. Thank you. Oh, thank God it stopped. Okay. You think I can hit this cruiser, maybe? This Emil Burton? I was just in an Emil. I don't know. It depends what she's going to do here. It's going to be really hard to hit her. 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's try that. I don't see it working, but we'll give it a go. I'd really... Oh, I did. I hit her. I'd love to find her aircraft carrier. I don't have any planes left, but I just figured while I have a little bit of fuel, I'd just fly out here and see what I could see. I don't think she's back here, though. Actually, I thought she was back here, but maybe she's behind the island. Let's go into a dive to save some fuel. Nah, she mustn't be here. She must be on the other side of the map. Either that or she's hiding behind this tiny island. Ah, there she is. 4, 3, 2, 1. There we go. I don't know if they have the range to get all the way over there, but at least we know where she is. I haven't, no. You know, I've only been to London. Sammy asking if I've been on the HMS Belfast in London. I've only been to London a very few times in my life. God, look at all those enemy ships. Because the train is so expensive. It's so expensive. So that I just can't really afford to travel at all, really. But the few times I've been to London, it was mostly when I was a teenager on like web forums, and it was back when we were doing like little forum meetups at Christmas and stuff, and it was crazy because back then we were all like 15-year-olds who only knew each other online, and the news was all full of like, oh, the people don't meet real people on the internet, they'll murder you, they're all murderers. And here we are, just like a group of 15-year-olds, just all meeting up and hanging out and stuff. And also, some of us had never traveled like anywhere in our lives, and this was the first time that we were doing like a big trip across the country to meet a bunch of people we only knew on a web forum. But it was great. I got some great memories from that. But we didn't know what we were doing. Oh, I only managed to launch one torpedo. Just as I pulled the trigger, one of my planes got shot down. You know what? I'm not going to watch it go. Let's just do some... But yeah, so I remember the last time I was there, the weather was awful. We were just wandering around London in the cold and the rain, trying to find somewhere we could go and something to do. And everything was booked and everything was full because it was Christmas time. And it turns out if you want to go somewhere like London at Christmas, you really need to have like a very, very concrete plan. And you have to have somewhere booked, because we went in places and then they were just like, we're full, you have to leave, you can't come in here. So we spent most of the evening just wandering the streets of London, cold and wet and with nowhere to go, because no one would let us in. That's a pretty good shot on that Fuso, I'd say. I set him on fire. I'm happy with that. Who's next? Can I line up a shot on this guy? Somewhat, yes. I'm going to lose a lot of planes, but yes. Oh, come on. That's a pretty good shot as well. There we go. Alright. We got some more torpedo planes. But yeah, I'd like to go back. I want to go to the... this is more relevant on a World of Tanks stream. I was talking to KB, XXKB, that World of Tanks staff member. And I think they suggested I visit the tank museum down south, and I would like to, but it's another example of, like, it's hard to get to because you have to get a train there, and the trains are expensive. But also, I vaguely recall, like, oh Jesus, look at this. I wasn't planning on dropping that torpedo, but that destroyer did give me the perfect opportunity. Oh, just missed him. Just went behind him as well. Alright, I'm not going to hit this guy, but I'm just going to have some fun here and try, because he's barely moving and he's got no health, and it would be really funny if I could hit him. Alright, where is he? Where is he? He's here. He's moving this way. I'm not going to hit him. That was a pretty bad shot. That's funny, though. Imagine if I did hit him. Oh, I was lining up on the Fuso, and then a destroyer just appeared in front of me. The Imperial War Museum in London was great. And you know, we also have an Imperial War Museum here in Manchester. Called the Imperial War Museum, I think. But actually, I've not been to that one. And I can't complain. It's because I can't get there because it's in Manchester. I just never went. I have a very good friend of mine who got me into this game. Oh, come on. I was about to bomb him, and he's exploded. At least we'll get a really close look at the ship from above as it sinks. But that's a bit of a waste. Yeah, we have a war museum here too. But the museum I would recommend if you're in Manchester, I mean, it depends what you're into. If you're into, like, history, you want to see some, like, pharaohs and stuff, like mummies and all that kind of stuff, then by all means go to the Manchester Museum at the University of Manchester. But the Science and Industry Museum, oh, that's a hell of a museum. If you like the history of the Industrial Revolution, which basically began in this city, like Manchester was the birthplace of the Industrial Revolution, like in the world, but also see a bunch of other historic stuff. Oh, I hit him. I'm doing all right today in this ship. I'm doing all right. Got an assist. Then the Museum of Science and Industry is great. I'm going to say that again so I pronounce it correctly. The Museum of Science and Industry. And now is a great time to visit, because they've just finished a renovation that's taken several years of some of their large areas of the museum that were closed for a while. So now they're open again, and I'm actually really looking forward to go back. They closed the aerodrome building. They couldn't afford to keep it open, which was a shame, because it had a bunch of, like, planes you could go in, and there'd be fighter planes hanging from the ceiling and stuff, and there was a bunch of old cars, you know, old historic cars and motorbikes and all kinds of things. And unfortunately that building's gone, but they do have a big steam building, which is all about steam stuff. Oh, come on. Did I not get any hits there? Oh, he blew up just before my torpedo. Ah.
Requesting support.
Torpedoes to starboard, you say? Well, that's notable. I don't think they were aimed at me, but I'm going to start changing course, because I know that the enemy's in A, and I don't want them to sink me. Let me just point out, I mean, our team should know where the enemy is at this point, but I just want to point out to our team, I've done far bigger a turn than I need. Alright, Yes, Bovington Tank Museum, indeed. There you go. And actually, that was it. I think it was the staff. That staff member was talking about Tank Fest. And hello, welcome back, Spicy.
Our victory is in sight.
But yes, I like the Museum of Science and Industry here because you see all kinds of stuff about all kinds of different things. But it's all about science and engineering and electronics and factories and steam. One interesting thing about Manchester is we were becoming very heavily industrialized before electricity was really a thing. And so we had factories that wanted steam power. They wanted mechanical power available to them. But it was before electricity was really a thing. Oh god, look at how no health this guy has, yeah. So we actually had steam power plants, at least one or two of them, operated by different businesses, whose job it was to produce high-pressure steam that would then be piped around the city to other factories, and that's what would power their factories. Instead of electricity, steam. It's so cool, right? I think that's so cool. Also, if you know where to look, we still have some of the original infrastructure in place for like the very first electrical power plants. Back when they were still figuring out like how they wanted to do AC, DC, and all that kind of stuff. We still have a little bit of that knocking about, but it's mostly like you wouldn't know it to pass it because it would be like a little cast iron metal box on the street or something. But they're out there. Manchester's full of so much history. I love it. What do we want to pull out? Maybe another battleship. How about a battleship? Something we're leveling up. Maybe the Fuso. Yeah, everyone loves the Fuso. Oh, look at my bot there. Doing its job. Linking people to the Discord. Telling people they can play sounds. Almost no one ever plays the sounds. I think Spicy plays one sound sometimes. Oh yeah, parts of New York are still steam heated. And I also want to mention, Britannic mentioned the Tirpitz Museum in Norway. I didn't know that was a thing. But that sounds cool. That's yet another place I would like to visit. Norway in general. Or I really want to go to Svalbard. I don't know how you pronounce it. But Svalbard is this lesser known like spot. Very far north. It's I think it's still as far north as you can get on a normal flight. So you know, like there's plenty of like Arctic places you can visit, but you have to get special chartered flights to get there and stuff. But if you just want to book a normal passenger flight to go to the furthest north you can go in the world, Svalbard is the place. And it's mostly for like scientists and things. Like the communities they have there is mostly for science research and stuff. And I think you're not really supposed to go outside without having someone with a gun in case you rock up on a polar bear or something.
Here we go.
But you can go up there. There are hotels and facilities and things. It's not really made for tourists, but you can totally go up there as a tourist if you know, and you can go see the glaciers and things. It just sounds cool, and it sounds cheap as well because it's not built heavily for tourists. It sounds easy, and yeah, you can just book a flight. So I want to go up there, and I believe that's a Norway location. I don't know this map. What's this map called? Estuary. Where's the estuary? I just see the ocean. Where am I supposed to go? I'm so confused. Everyone else is going over there. Everyone kind of spawned over there. I don't know where the hell to go. I'm gonna get bombed here. I don't know. I don't know. I'm just gonna turn hard to starboard to try to annoy the guy that's trying to bomb me. Is he level bombing? What's he doing? That looked like he was level bombing me. Yeah, he did the work. Go bomb someone else.
Oh, look.
Yeah, but yeah, parts of New York are still steam heated. And that really confused me as a child because whenever you watch American movies, I don't want to put these fires out if he's just coming back to bomb me again, so I'll just wait for a sec. You see all of these shots of New York and you see the steam coming up out of the... oh, there you go. Is he going to bomb me for a third time or is he done? Surely not a third time, right? Right? You see steam coming out of the vents in the ground and you'd be like, why is New York so steamy all the time? And I think that's like like run off. I mean, it's also partly like, you know, the sewers are warm, you know, sewer gases and things. Sewers get surprisingly warm around the world, but I think a lot of that is their steam system, right? Their underground tunnely steam system. That's amazing. That's amazing. Communal heat. But the type of steam I'm talking about, not used for heat, just used for raw power. Interesting thing about steam that you use in like ships, like Fuso or whatever, and also trains and so on, is steam is dry. Like it's weird because it's obviously made of water, but once it gets to that kind of stage, it's dry, which I always thought that was interesting. I mean, they call it dry. You don't want wet steam, because it would corrode the hell out of all of your components and things. Well, I'm not sure what to do here exactly. I mean, I think I'll just continue pushing forward at full speed and see what happens. There's a lot of there's like 4 battleships down here. I'm visible to someone right now, and frankly, it could be that destroyer that's over there between one of those gaps. But I don't know what to do. This is interesting. I'm just going to go for it. We've got 2 battleships here, the Iron Duke and the Guilio Cesare. I never know how to pronounce that. I'm just going to start shooting. I'm just going to start blasting. I'm going to fire 1 shot at this guy because I'm not really... He's really bucking it, and I don't want to just miss like I just did, I think. So I'm going to try again. I just barely hit him in the arse. I wanted to get my eye in a bit. I think he is turning, though, which is going to make it harder to hit him. You see, a lot of those shots really assumed he wouldn't turn. God, yeah, I don't know, man. I just keep closing the gap. There, Mahan just took out our Queen Mary. I don't know, man. There's only a few of us. There's only a few of us here. One of us getting screwed by air attacks. Renown is reversing. I like the sound of that. Focus on him. He's running away. He knows something I don't. Ooh. Ooh. You know, I never actually checked to see if my stream was running. I mean, it clearly is because there are people here talking to me. I usually have the preview up, you know? I'm trying to steer my way through this tiny gap here. That'd be a cool place to live. Look at that. Look at that house. Look at those houses. That'd be cool. I'm not going to hit anything. Chill out. This alarm keeps going off. I'm very concerned about these torpedo planes. My colleague has turned around and is running away, which is probably the right move. Okay, that guy isn't trying to torpedo me. Oh, we really have a battleship rolling up on us here. Who is this? Is this the Britannia? Yeah, we got the Britannia rolling up on us here. Okay. Well, you're close enough that I can't really miss. So let's see what we can do here. I'm concerned that the aircraft carrier might come around for a second run and try and hit me. Seems like he's still interested in the Iron Duke.
Requesting fire support.
Alright, come on. I see no reason why we can't sink this Britannia here. No reason at all. I don't like where those torpedo planes are going. I think they're just flying back to their mothership. Alright, good. Well done. We're not out of the woods. Not by a long shot. We got a lot of bad guys here. A lot of bad guys.
This is fine.
Again, I want to just turn and drive straight at them. I just want to close the gap and piss them off. If I can get really close to them, it's going to make it harder for some of them to hit me when they're behind cover and trying to hit me through islands and things. But it's not great. This isn't great. I'm kind of out in the open here. Yeah, I could turn around and run away. Of course I could. But, like, that would take time and effort. I could turn and possibly get behind this island here. At least I have this cruiser helping me out. But here we have our second Britannia. Really rocking up. Really wants to come at us. Let me just get my broadside over on this guy. There we go. Alright, now I would not be at all surprised if their aircraft carrier got very pissed off at us right now and sent some planes.
Look,
He seems to be trying to torpedo someone else on the other side of the map. Maybe he's not concerned because he knows his entire team is here to save the day. To be fair, is it raining? Am I hearing rain? Oh yeah, it's pissing it down here.
Don't panic! Don't panic! Don't panic!
See, look, this is me not panicking. I'm being very chill, very relaxed. My secondaries are engaging. I've gotten that close. All right, now I'm panicking. All right, this is the point where I'm thinking I might only get one more volley off, if that. Maybe, because I'm really on fire.
Outstanding move.
Am I going to get one more volley off? I got no health left. Fire, 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 fire. Wasn't enough to kill him. Oh, we almost had him, though. We almost had a second Bretagne? I don't... Oh, and there he goes. We got him. It's a fun match on a map I'm not at all familiar with. There's the Furious down there. I tell you, this guy was not panicking at all. He saw me coming and just decided to ignore me and go fight someone on the other side of the map. He was confident that I would not get past that line of battleships, and he was correct. I mean, even if I did, it would have taken me a while to take his health down. Wow, it's really raining outside. Disable free camera. I don't think the Titanic flipped over like this. I think it went straight down, didn't it? Did it break in half or did it go down solid? I never watched the film. I never was particularly into the Titanic. I mean, it's this horrible disaster. You know, it's this loss of life and stuff. And I don't know, it just wasn't for me. And the movie didn't seem like my kind of thing. Was it a musical? Was it a musical, the film? Because they're always going on about the Titanic music as if it's a big thing. Did it? Yeah, I thought it might have broken half. Imagine if you could hear the rain right now. You know, if I'm quiet, are you able to hear the rain? No? Alright, what if I turn off... I'm going to turn off my noise removal. Can you hear the rain now? Could you hear it before I turn the noise removal off? It's really hammering it down on this roof right now. Because I'm in my shed and I just have like a wooden roof above me. I can really, really hear it. It's really going for it today. I welcome the rain though. Because that'll warm things up a bit. It's been really cold. I think tonight or tomorrow it's supposed to get down to -4 Celsius here overnight. It's going to be cold. It's funny, we've had above average November temperatures up to now, and now at the moment we have below average November temperatures. So it can't decide what it wants to do. But the embers of my fire are still embering, and it's still nice and warm in here. And I have you guys to keep me warm on the inside. I need to drink my tea. I need to hydrate. Remember to stay hydrated, everyone. And stay warm, too. That's important. Oh, look at that beautiful dazzle camo. Oh, it's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. Oh. That must be a hell of a job, being the people that are paid to paint ships like that. It must be a hell of a thing. Hanging by ropes, just painting. Imagine how much paint they must use, because I'm always impressed by how much paint it takes just to paint like one of my garden sheds or fences. You buy a tin of like 4 liters of paint, and you think, oh, this is a lot. There's a lot of paint in here. This is going to last me ages, and then it doesn't, you know. And it's just amazing. And you think how much... I love how they have to factor in the weight of the paint, especially on things like aircraft, but even on ships, on anything really, you have to factor in the weight of the paint. Like, imagine you're building a bridge. The Golden Gate Bridge is the very famous one because they're always repainting it constantly, right? But you have to factor in the weight of the paint. And not just that layer of paint. I don't know if the Golden Gate Bridge, if they strip off the old paint as they're painting the new paint or what, or if they're always just adding that extra weight, extra paint. Where are we going, guys? You're going that way, Mr. Congo. I got this guy coming with me. I'm not entirely... Again, I don't know this map. Are there just a lot of new maps? What is happening in this game? That was a really bad shot. I think he's going to turn. The Tennessee does not like me. What are you saying? This is one of the most awful... What are you talking about? Dazzle Camo's gorgeous. Look at it. I mean, it is a bit much. I only apply it to certain ships, but God, it's a hell of it. You know, it's striking. The UK, the Royal Navy just developed, or they just released, or announced is the wrong word because it's like being it's shown off, displayed, revealed, maybe a new like naval drone. By the way, I'm gonna die because it turns out the whole team is in front of me. Turns out they didn't spawn everywhere, they just spawned in front of me. It turns out their entire team. Anyway, we just showed off some... I'm not even going to use a repair. What's the point? Like their whole... Okay, what was that? That was 3 battleships and 3 cruisers. That's 3... Yeah, that was their entire team bar one guy who's on the other side of the map. Wow. Yeah, I don't know this map at all. Anyway, the Royal Navy just showed off some new like drone, like sea drone, you know, naval, like an automated boat. And it has a design on it. It's not actually camouflage because they don't need camouflage on it. And the design that they put on it was like evocative of Dazzle camo. So it kind of looks like modern Dazzle, but with different colors and things. It's just supposed to be stylish and stuff. It's an ancient map. I wonder if it's an ancient map that they've only just brought back, because that happens in World of Tanks, and it bugs me a little because there aren't that many maps to choose from in World of Tanks, and they will just take a map out of the game for like a year or more and then eventually bring it back into rotation. And it might be my favorite map or something, and you just don't see it anymore. And then eventually a year or two later it reappears or something. But yeah, this map, I'm not familiar with it. Or at least I've not seen it in the past couple of months when I've started playing again. I like it. I like the look of it. I don't know what to do on it yet. I've not played it enough to figure out like where I like to go and what I like to do and where people like to fight and things. It looks cool though. It looks like it'd be a really good one for cruisers with all those like islands dotted around. There's lots of places you could dash in to hide, to shoot out from, to get, you know, to get closer to your enemy. Now, you know what, I'm gonna bring out... It's a shame because I like the Nevada. I only just got it the other day, but I was really enjoying it. I think I was enjoying the Normandy as well. Let's pull that out. You're an ancient map. Wait, who's a zebra? I know we were talking about the... Wow, it really is raining. I know we were talking about the Dazzle camo and it looks zebra-like. But you said he's a zebra. I'm not a zebra. Or a zebra, as some might say. I saw the title of a YouTube video the other day, and I didn't watch it because I already know the answer. But the title was like, "Why haven't we domesticated zebras?" Because in parts of the world that have loads of zebras but don't have horses, you might ask like, "Well, why were zebras never domesticated?" Because they kind of look like horses and donkeys and things, and we've domesticated all of them. And the answer is zebras are dickheads. Zebras are, they're awful. They're very aggressive, very violent. They can't be domesticated. You know, some creatures just can't be domesticated. By the way, you talk about sick camo. Look at this camo. This looks really good. I mean, this looks good like if I were 13 years old and got a cool shirt with flames on it. It really evokes that kind of... And by the way, yeah, when I was 13, I had a sick shirt with flames on it. Of course I did. Because I was cool. It's very evocative of that. But yeah, zebras are dicks. Zebras are violent dicks who are not like chill enough to be domesticated. There you go. Yeah. Well, that's interesting. See, that's what makes me wonder. Sammy says it's in the usual rotation of maps. Some people say that about certain maps in tanks that I haven't seen in ages. And this was when I was playing tanks a lot. And they'd be like, oh no, that map never left. It's been in here the whole time. So, but it could just be coincidence that I don't see it, because it's kind of random what maps you get. And it could just be that randomly I've not come across that map before. You know.
Enemy force detected.
This is the siren camo. This does not scream like sirens of the ocean luring men to their doom with their song. It screams, I'm 13 and this is rad. It screams go faster stripes. As usual, I'm just turning hard to port to try to avoid these torpedoes. I saw them coming way off. I didn't mention anything, but yeah, sorry, cruiser buddy. I don't like to get in people's way like this, but I didn't have a lot of choice there. I had to avoid them. Yeah, go torpedo the Furious instead. That's exactly what he's doing. Look at that. He's got a couple of good hits on the Furious there. Very nice. Good for you. You know what I like about this game? I can be happy for the enemy team, because like, who cares if we lose? We're all having a good time, right? Oh, we got a Fubuki going for it. Good for you, man. All right. I don't have a lot of range on this vessel. I don't see anyone at the moment, but I want to. All right, who have we got? We have an Alfusou, which looks like a Fuso to me, and he's kind of ranging out that way, and I would love to help him out. So I might bring my guns around. I might tell him that I'm going to help him out as best I can, and I might do a full turn here and see what we can do. We do have at least one destroyer, probably two enemy destroyers, a cruiser and a battleship here, and looks like the Higua is engaging our Fuso, and oh yeah, and their aircraft carrier wants to come in and drop more torpedoes. Again? You're coming after me again after you missed the last time? Well, you know what, you figured me out this time. I didn't see you coming until it was a bit too late. Wow, the Normandy got a great rudder on her. Oh, she can turn. She can turn. Kind of annoying because I really wanted to hit the Higua and now I've had to turn away from the battle. Which is yet another thing I do love about torpedoing the enemy, because you don't have to hit the enemy to be useful. I'm in a position where I'm not able to shoot at the enemy right now because I had to spend that time, you know, avoiding the enemy, and I ended up in a position where my guns weren't in arc to hit who I wanted to hit. And indeed, I'm out of range of everyone now as well. I'm out of range. I can't even hit them. And they did that without even hitting me with a torpedo. And sometimes forcing your enemy, and look, this Fuso has turned around. I came here to help you. I'm the backup. And now we're running away. That does not bode well for us. But okay, I will spin around. Sometimes just ensuring the enemy can't do damage to you is just as good as doing damage to the enemy. Hello, Higua. I can actually fire my gun. I don't know if that was a good shot or not, but at least I fired my gun for once. Did I hit him? Yeah, I got him. Woo. Cloud 424 Magical. That's kind of a cool name. Oh, what now? We got bomber planes. He's not coming for me, though. He smells blood from the Fuso because the Fuso is already damaged. We have two destroyers who are chasing us down. We can see one of them here. The Sims B looking deadly. That was a bad shot, though. Now he knows I'm firing on him. I don't think that'll hit, but screw it. Oh, I did hit him. I did actually hit him. I'm just gonna let the team know that we're in a bit of a fighting retreat here. Okay, I got an assist on that destroyer. That's nice. Yeah, alright. You want me to, you know... I really doubt that's going to hit. Oh, it might, though. Oh, it might, though. Ooh, that was a good little shot, it turns out. I'm here armor-piercing these destroyers when I could be fighting the battleships, but the battleships are big and scary. I want to run away from the battleships. Did you? Oh, looky. It seems like a good-looking ship. It's certainly sexy. All black. There's some destroyer that seems like a good destroyer in the game, and it's called the Black something something. Like black is in the name, you know? I always get my ass kicked by that thing whenever I run into it. Alright, okay. We're at a point here. Honestly, at least one of these torpedoes is going to hit us. Can I just bring my guns around and fire? Oh, actually, no. It ran out of juice. Let's just start firing on the enemy here. Ah, did you? Fair play to you. Alright, Fuso, I know things aren't going well, and also I apparently am very fast. I like this ship. This is a fast, maneuverable vessel. You get a real close look at the Fuso here. I don't just want to put my fires out, but what are the odds they're going to set me on fire again, right? Right, guys? Guys? Was that a good shot? Don't worry, if they miss you, they'll hit me. I'm trying to not get in this guy's way. I'm trying to just move past him so I can get all my guns into arc here. Alright, come on. We get a little Battleship Roco in here. Just me and you, Fuso, me and you. Oh, I don't like the look of this. Torpedo planes. Oh no, this is a torpedo plane's wet dream. Look at this. They're either going to hit me or the other guy, and I can't really maneuver, because if I maneuver, I might end up hitting the Fuso. Thankfully, they went after the Fuso. Oh, it's not a great shot. I mean, I am hitting this guy, but I'm just not hitting him with the ferocity that I would like to hit him. The vast majority of our team are still alive. And look, here we are. I'm going to use another repair, because they're not doing a huge amount of damage on us. But there goes the Fuso. Now it's just me. Now they can focus on me. They've been focusing on him this whole time. I'm firing around in case he decides he wants to turn. Oh, they're firing on the aircraft carrier. I hope... Oh, the aircraft carrier is moving.
Get back.
I suppose it's a bit redundant to tell the aircraft carrier to get back. What's the Fubuki up to? Oh, that cruiser blew up. I got an assist on that cruiser. Good. And the Fubuki's dead. Now things are looking very, very good. I mean, the thing is, I can't just turn and fight, right? Because what are my odds that I'm going to beat a Higua in this thing on my own, essentially? Like, maybe the torpedo planes would come to help. And we do have a cruiser coming in behind me here to assist, the Miyoko. Or Miyojo. Like, I wish I knew how to pronounce foreign words. That would be dope. And this guy apparently wants to bomb me. Great. Great. No, go for it. Bomb away. Yep, there he goes. Whee! Oh. I liked that part of the ship. It was nice. Right, here we go. Here comes the Higua. I mean, he's already having a bad time. I'm not sure it would be wise for me to just go straight at him, though. I might go between this island here and then swing right and go after him, because we do have this cruiser and aircraft carrier who, it seems like he's focusing on me, which is the smart move. It would be nice if he would focus on them instead, though. Wouldn't it? Wouldn't it be nice? It'd be nice. Alright. This game's been pretty good. I'm going to pretend that I've warmed up now. All my other games were terrible. Terrible. Aha, Higua. Why would you even fire? You know, I noticed some people do this. When I've been watching their streams, sometimes, and I don't like to backseat drive people, obviously, and I'm not very good at this game, but sometimes someone will fire their guns at the enemy with it being extremely obvious that their gun is only going to hit like an island. Like, there's no way that they could possibly think it won't hit an island. And they'll do it anyway. Like, that Higua just now surely knew that he was aiming directly at the island, but fired his gun anyway, and I'm just not sure why. I'm not as worried right now because he's not pointing his guns at me, so I'm happy to just fly with my broadside facing him and just drive like this. Like, I'm just broadsiding him at this point. If he turned his guns towards me, I'd get a bit more concerned, but at this point, he seems to have given up. So, we're just going to chill. That guy with the cool name, though, Cloud 424 Magical. Yeah, it sounds like the name that they give, like, an asteroid. Like, oh, NASA just found this huge asteroid that's going to pass within 4,000 miles of Earth, and we named it Cloud 424 Magical. You know what I mean? Like, it has that cool kind of weird space name that they give space objects. Okay. Right, well, their aircraft carrier, if you look at the minimap, it kind of looks like their aircraft carrier has moved in on us a bit. And our destroyer has decided to... okay, good. Our aircraft carrier got the Higua. Our destroyer, which is, granted, not doing very well, and another sick black-looking ship. How many of these black ships came out? Was there an emo event that I wasn't aware of? Anyway, it looks like their aircraft carrier has moved up a bit. Are you saying we steamrolled this game? We did do quite well. There was that entire time when it was me and the Fuso, and we were kind of in a fighting retreat. But they really focused on the Fuso and not me. And that guy was a sturdy vessel. And to be honest, I feel like the Higua wasn't putting out the damage that they could be doing at that point. Hello, hang on a minute. I think he's over here. Hey, your bomber planes coming from over here. Seems a bit suspicious. Almost like maybe the aircraft carrier's over here. Oh, I see. So they bring out a few every year. Okay. Man, this is a cool ship, the Normandy. It's a cool ship. I'm gonna wait and see if he bombs me again before putting these fires out. It's only a little bit of a fire. Don't worry about it. Imagine if fires could spread to the magazines. Imagine if that was a possibility. Like, on the one hand, you might have a fire going and you might be like, oh, I'll leave this fire for a little while. But what if there's an extremely minor, like 0.01% chance per second or something that it reaches a magazine and you just go up in a catastrophic explosion? Oh, I was right in the middle. I'm happy with that. Right in the middle. That's where I like to be. Robert Jaljar here. Hey, when's this what do you call it, season ending? I'm almost halfway. I'm never going to get to the end of any of these seasons, am I? I'm never going to get there. Hey, how about the Cavour? I think it was the ship before the Cavour that I really liked. But I do need to work my way up the Italian line. Yeah, but why is it sometimes? And again, I'm not criticizing. It's just the way people want to play. Maybe they want to keep their eye in, but why is it sometimes they'll fire on the enemy knowing that they definitely won't hit them and they'll hit an island instead? Like, they'll hit a big mountain. And there's 0% chance they won't hit the mountain. And they're a good player, so you know that they know they're going to hit the mountain. Why do that? Why not just wait until they're out the other side, or just hold fire in general? I don't understand. There must be a reason for it. They're not doing it for no reason. They have a logic. I just wish I knew what their logic was, you know? 1st of December. Yeah. How many Fridays is it until Christmas now? Not long. Man. I had to think the other day about when I'm going to put the Christmas decorations up. I feel like I just took them down, right? I just took the Christmas decorations down. Oh, I love this map. I love going and fighting in A. Not usually in a battleship. I like going down here in a cruiser or a destroyer and fighting and what is the point of doing that, Podovsky? I mean, what? The Podovsky basically just told us that we should attack all 3 sections of the map. It's kind of, yeah, I mean, fair enough. Sure.
Good luck and fair seas.
Makes you wonder what goes through their heads. He's not wrong. The enemy are down there in 3 discrete groups, and we should be aware of that and be concerned about it. All right. But yeah, I like fighting around these islands over here. Usually from the other side, it's more fun from the other side. I look as if I'm turning away. By the way, look at this gorgeous, like, French blue paint job on my ship. I love that gentle blue that they have. It reminds me of spearmint. Spearmint gum or spearmint sweets. Are those like chewy mint sweets you can get? Oh, I love a sweet with a good chew. How quickly do my turrets turn? Because I really want to bring them to the port side. What I want to do, if all goes well here, I'm noticing this Koenig doesn't appear to be moving at all. Let's hope he's playing the game. What I want to do is turn my guns to port here, get up alongside this island, and then move my way this way, and then shoot into A.
All stations, protect that target.
I would have liked to have done it without them spotting me, but they can probably see me through this gap. And maybe even from over in B, there might be some destroyers in there that can see me. Yeah, there is. There's a guy laying smoke. Do you think I'll make it through the campaign? I mean, we're only slightly past halfway right now, and I'm almost halfway. If I play like 6 or 7 hours a week, I might make it, right? I don't know. I did unlock the full campaign thing. All right. I got my guns where I want them. I got my ship where I want it. Please don't die, Podolsky. Come on, man. Don't die. You're the only guy here helping me out. And if I need to go... Oh, he died. If I need to go up against a freaking... destroyer on my own. Alright, well now I'm going to have to get behind this island. I did want to push forward into this gap here, but with a destroyer right on the other side of there, although he's currently outside of Alpha, but that might mean that he's up... He's either further back, or he's way up against the rocks over there, because you can actually get outside of the point. He is probably just further back. But yeah, now I have problems. Oh wow, I can really feel the chill moving in. The rain started again. Can you hear the rain? No, you can't hear it unless I turn the... Let me turn my filters off just for a few minutes, so that you can hear everything. Every background noise. The clicky clacking of my controller. Where's the enemy gone? They are in Alpha. I'm staying out of it so they don't know exactly where I am, which is amazing. I'm being stealthy in a battleship. I really wish this other battleship above me would be playing the game, but he's just not playing the game. All right. Their aircraft know where I am, so if the enemy are looking at the minimap, they're aware of where I am. Plus, I've been spotted by this guy. All right, Iron Duke, I'm going to get a volley off at you, and then I'm going to turn away because I'm concerned about the... I'm very concerned about the destroyer, who I don't want to deal with. I swapped to high explosive, thinking I was going to duke it out with this destroyer. I've not seen him yet, but I imagine he's fired a volley off at me already, probably. Which is why I'm turning away. Oh, hello T-61. I might shoot you here. Did he just stop? He hit a rock underground. I still have to turn away, sadly, because he could still put a volley on me here. What if I slow down? That might annoy his torpedoes. I'm risking getting hit by the torpedoes here, so that I can shoot him. But really, I don't see him anymore, so he could be anywhere. I'm gonna set off. And just fire wildly and then turn away. Because of this. This is why I'm turning away. I did slow down a moment ago and then speed up again in the hopes that I could avoid some of these shots, and I am going to avoid them. But unfortunately, this destroyer can just keep shooting at me as much as he likes now, starting fires and being annoying and being difficult and being problematic. Unfortunately, all of my colleagues have decided to go the other way, go around that side of this big island, which rather leaves me... you know, kind of on my own, and there's a Fuso moving in. Hello, Fuso. Thankfully, he's not paying any attention to me. Hello, T-61. I can see you, and you're reversing for some reason, which makes you much slower and easier to hit. I set him on fire again. Maybe I should just fight this guy. He doesn't seem very smart. The way he... okay, no. To be fair, he got stuck on that rock earlier on, which was unfortunate for him. No indication of skill. That was just bad luck. But he had no reason to reveal himself to me just now at all, and yet he chose to do that. Not entirely sure why. I'm in a weird position here. Let's see. Secondaries. What, you're suggesting I go in there and kill him with my secondaries? Or what are we suggesting? Surely that wasn't his secondaries firing on me. Oh, is their aircraft carrier? Oh, their aircraft carrier is going up against those guys. Okay. No, 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 their aircraft carrier is coming for me. I really thought he was going to be fighting those other fellas. Hello, Iron Duke. Again, torpedoes. Ooh, one of them did hit me, though. Alright, I don't really like my odds going up against their aircraft carrier and a battleship and a destroyer. Although their aircraft carrier, if they could just work on this Koenig that isn't playing the game for a while, that'd be great. Oh, really? Ah. Well, there you go. Let me just change speed for a moment. Oh, I was just about to slow down in the hopes of avoiding something like this. Look at that. That's a big old volley. He got me. I was taking a moment to kind of re-chat and see what you were saying, and that's my excuse. I was thinking through my head what you were talking about when you were saying the saps, instead of perhaps changing course. Michael McTiernan, that sounds like a real full name. Sounds like your name is actually Michael McTiernan. People who put their real names as their usernames, I swear. That's a bold choice in life. And yet that's how people used to do it, right? In the 2000s, you would sign up to services with like your name and your date of birth as your username, and that was just what you did. I wonder who's going to win this match. I'm not going to keep watching it, but let's just have a little review of what ended up happening. So my team generally went through C, but also, as you can see, you've got this group of 3 battleships who are very badly damaged, but they went through B in the end. There was a moment there where it looked like one of them was going to come and help me out, and then maybe they thought I was a lost cause and went this way instead. Their Fuso, who it must be this guy back here, their Fuso, who has driven to the back of the map for some reason, you know, he's sniping, whatever. It looked like he was going to come into A for a while and come kill me, and then he changed his mind, so it was just me and the Iron Duke and that destroyer, who's still alive, by the way, right? That's their remaining destroyer. Yeah, is that T-61? Huh. Interesting. Interesting. I survived a lot longer than I expected, kind of on my own there, dodging torpedoes and battleships and things. I lasted a lot longer than I expected I would. Huh. Huh. Ooh, I've got some crates. What have I got? Ooh, actually interesting ones. Let's wait for the 3-dimensional crates to load. And have a drink. Some of the UK is supposed to get a bit of snow over the next few days. Not here, though. We're just going to get rain. It rarely gets, like, the right conditions for snow here. We very rarely get snow, which is a shame. I love snow. Yeah, I did. I got the thing. I paid the money. I got the Admiralty backing. Oh, my back. Speaking of backs, let me stretch. It's important to stretch. Oh, you know what? I've left my filter off, my mic filter. My mic sounds great, but you really want to filter out the iffy noises. Let's do a little ASMR. I'm gonna do like hand rubbing sounds. Ooh, I accidentally hit the mic there. Sorry about that. We can do teacup sounds. Hang on. Oh, that's a lovely cup of tea. Oh yes. Let me turn my noise removal filter back on. I could have got the subscription for the same price. What is a subscription? This game has a subscription. I'm not aware of that. Is that a thing in their store? Anyway, let's open this crate. See what commander I'm getting. John Arbuthnot Fisher. Arbuthnot? You got a weird name there, Fisher. John Fisher. Like Saint John Fisher. John Fisher's... I assume it's not the same guy. There is a saint. I only know that because I went to Roman Catholic school like so many people in the UK did. A lot of our state-run schools are religious. But they don't like really push it on you or anything, you know, which is nice. You know what, we've been I kind of want to play the Nevada again or something, but we've been pulling out so many battleships. You want to mix it up a bit. Let's pull the Fiji out. Yeah, what's this about a subscription, Sammy? I'm not aware that this game has a subscription. What would you even subscribe to? Is it like, oh, if you subscribe every month you get you can use some ships or something? Oh, there you go. That's probably why I never look at the doubloons tab. What would it be a subscription for? You know what game? Normally I think subscriptions aren't the best idea for most things in games. It absolutely has its place and it works, but ordinarily you wouldn't add a subscription. You might add like a one-off battle pass thing, which I guess is in a way it's a subscription with extra steps or whatever. But like the one game where subscriptions are like, oh wow, that kind of makes a lot of sense is Hearts of Iron 4. If you're familiar with that World War II strategy game, because that's a Paradox joint, right? And those guys are well known for just bringing out so much DLC for their games that really improves the game a lot. But it would cost so much. If you wanted to buy all of the DLC for that game to really play the game as it's meant to be played, you're going to spend a lot of money. And especially if you don't play the game much, you just want to enjoy it now and then, you can just get a subscription to get all of the content in the game, and indeed the game, without having to purchase the whole thing. And it's actually, especially if you're new to that game and don't know if you're going to end up really loving it very much, it can be worth it to just get that subscription, you know. There's more nuance than that, I suppose, because in reality, like, if you were a new player who suddenly unlocked all of the DLC stuff, it would be a bit much. And a lot of the guides, I'm gonna go left here, by the way, because a lot of the guides kind of, especially the older ones, assume you just have the vanilla basic game, and it's probably not the best move to get all the DLC from the get-go. But like, if you do want to play that, it's a reasonably small fee. And if you're like, oh, I'm gonna play this for a month and that's it, then you only need to subscribe for the 1 month, and you're ending up saving a lot of money. So Hearts of Iron having a subscription. You say basically same cost as Admiralty backing, gives you doubloons for backing, loads of boosters, and 30. I mean, yeah, that sounds cool. That makes sense. I'll look at that, I guess, next season or whatever. I didn't want to move forward too fast here. Without my team, but they've caught up now. And so, why don't because I like fighting in the Fiji. I like running at the enemy and shooting and dodging and stuff. I don't know that it's going to work necessarily, but what if I try and capture B? I mean, what's the worst that can happen, right? Right? Everyone on both sides of the map starts shooting at me, right? I could at least try to just park right here. I'm relatively hidden. I could capture B. You're all about capturing things. I could try to capture B here and never get spotted. That'd be kind of cool, right? Hopefully I hit the brakes fast enough. I'm really moving in this thing. You do not see me. Okay, good. There was a cruiser over there, but I think he's gone by now. We're just going to wait here for a minute. We're going to capture B. We're going to see what happens. I'm not liking the look of the other side of the map. You have the Nottingham over there about to get the crap kicked out of him. Because he's pretty much on his own at this point, depending on if the Iowa's assisting him or not. Oh, sorry, Pimply Horizon 5. That's a no on that name. That's no thank you. Alright, okay. Man, I'm just going to go for it. Screw it. Alright, so the Rook's gone behind cover. There is a cruiser down here. The Belfast. Hello, Belfast. He's not moving very fast. Bell. Reckon I can hit him again? I'm trying to dash through the gap before the enemy think too hard about shooting at me. Oh, I missed him. You do not want to shoot at me. Ah, if I weren't moving quite so fast, maybe I can hit the Siegfried. He's right on the edge of my range and he is moving at some speed. Maybe I can get my eye in. I'm trying to dash forwards and get the guy who's north of B. That's what I'm really trying to do. Thankfully, I'm hidden right now. Who have I got next to me? This battleship whose name I don't recognize. The Anhal. He sounds Egyptian. Capsa King. You're probably not wrong. You know this game much better than I do. This is interesting. This is potentially quite dangerous here. Because we certainly have a battleship off to our left that might want to kill us, the Alabama. And I can't just range over to the other side of this map. If I just go over there where this guy is, it leaves me open to getting shot by all those guys until I'm able to get back behind this island. That's very dangerous. But also I could just do it for funsies, because why not? I could just do it for fun. I could just try and go for it. Okay, I'm going to do this. I don't think this will work. Especially because he's already running away. I could just... he's already running. I was hoping to get a little closer than this. Man, he really wants to kill me. Let me kill you. That'd be way funnier. I do have my own smoke, which could come in handy. But if you look on the map here, and the fact that there are now 3 people targeting me, I don't see this going well. And I knew it wouldn't go well. Sadly, my battleship colleague decided to be smart and go the correct way. I can only bring 2 of my guns to bear. Although it would be nice to spin around a bit. Listen, Pimply Horizon 5. Oh, I needed to repair my steering there, unfortunately. Alright, I'm never going to hit this guy. But let's just give him reason to change course, I suppose. They just took out my torpedoes. Joke's on you. Alright, what do you think I can get out of this? You think I can lay smoke and run? Oh, no. The Nottingham hit a... Jesus, lady. Cover up. That woman needs to put some clothes on, man. Look at my gorgeous ship as it goes down, though. I love those colours. This game got weird when they added, like, large breasts. I'm all for, you know, crossover content and stuff, but I'm sure this game was the correct place to add very, very large, barely covered breasts. It's just not where you'd expect to see them, is it? A warship simulator. And yet... down I go. Look at those screws really going for it. Oh, and that beautiful camouflage just peeking up from the water there. That was fun. I didn't do very well, but it was fun. Yes, they had to... I'm not sure if they had to change the PEGI rating or add a PEGI rating, because it was universal originally, and now it's like a 12 or something, because it's weird when you go to launch the game and it shows you what the rating is every time, and it says, like, this game contains sex. And you're like, what? A game about warships? Although I did hump a warship. If the very last stream I was in, I was trying to crash into a guy and I was chasing him down in my Cherbourg, and he was a battleship, and I was only slightly faster than him, and I'd maneuvered such that I was basically right on his arse, it looked like I was trying to get on board his ship from the back. And in the end, I think I managed to just gently tap him, and I died and he wasn't damaged at all. Like an instant death for me. That was fun, though. What should I pull out here? Let's see. There's all kinds of ships I enjoy playing. I don't enjoy playing the Awuba, as I always say, because like you can only fire your torpedoes out of your arse on that ship. It's a difficult one. Or is that the Ajano? I think it's the Awuba. So maybe I won't pull that out. I do need to get through it. Look how little I've played it because I just don't enjoy playing it. It's so much XP to get to the next one. Actually, you know what? Where am I up to with my ships? Because as you see, I don't even have an 8 yet. I've not got that far. These are... I have 7 7s. And realistically, if we consider the ones I'm leveling up, I have 3. This is as far as I've ever gotten in this game. And these are 3 good ships. I never do pull the Hawk out. It seems like a reasonably good ship. I've just not figured it out yet. Oh, it'd be nice if we could look at it. Yeah, I don't know. Like the Hawk is very fast and maneuverable. I'm just not sure how I'm supposed to be playing it yet. You know, like is it good at starting fires, or is it good at this, or is it good at that? Is it good at brawling? Is it good at sniping? I just don't know. I've not played it enough to figure out. Although, I mean, apparently I've played it quite a bit. Yeah, man. Can we see the torpedo launchers? Where are the Can we spot the torpedo launchers on board? Let me have a look. Is that them in the middle? No. The torpedo launchers on this thing. Are they on the deck? They come out the side. There are some really big doors on the side there. I don't know if those are for torpedoes or not. Because maybe they're just lower down. They get yeeted out the side of the ship. I don't know. I don't see deck torpedo launchers. So maybe they are just... Maybe they do come out the hole. You push bow in and zip around the map as it's fast. Yeah. Well, you know what? We've talked about it so much now, I guess I kind of have to pull it out. I have 41 followers now. That's where I'm up to. Which is lovely. I wasn't sure I'd get this far. I wasn't sure I'd be able to hit 25, you know? So this is really nice. I like to think of it as like, what kind of vehicle would I need to bring to get everyone together? And I remember when I had like 4 followers, and I was like, I could just about fit you all in a car. You know, we could all get in a car. But now I think I'd need to hire a bus. If I wanted to kidnap all my followers and take them somewhere, I definitely need a bus. And you can fit... How many people can you get on a bus? Like 80 people? Something like that? On a regular bus? Something like that, right? 80, I think. Thank you. I'm getting all quiet all of a sudden. Maybe I need to drink more tea. Oh, God. I need a cough button. I want one of those stream decks. That'd be so cool. Imagine having a little control panel in front of you. Okay, so this friendly Picard, Bad Wolf, very Doctor Who, seems to be turning left, as the cruiser is as well. I was going to range right here, but seeing as everyone... Well, we do have this guy who seems to be... The constellation seems to be coming this way, so maybe I will... Oh yeah, they all seem to be turning. They've all changed their mind. I think they see me and the constellation going this way, and maybe they've made the decision to engage the Iowa over here. So, okay. And the Flander. Okay. Have I tried the free Stream Deck app? No, I haven't. But I don't really... Let's say I don't have a tablet anymore. I technically do have a tablet, but my tablet is over 10 years old now, and it just sits next to my bed and occasionally gets used for YouTube videos. I am relatively confident that if I tried to install a modern app, it would say, this is not available for this version of Android. Buy a new tablet. So I've just not... I don't love that I'm driving into this little area here because I'll be up against potentially the North Carolina, but also these two battleships, and all of my colleagues are still behind me. And if I know other players of this game, they're going to want to stay really, really far away from the enemy instead of driving straight at them. Although, going straight through here would kind of be cool. You know what? Let me try it. I got my speed boost. Let's see if I can just get straight through and really close to the North Carolina quickly. That would be great. But no. No, it would be cool. It would be cool. Ooh, the rain's back again. Hello, Iowa. Yes, by all means, please do show your juicy belly off. Look at how much damage that was. That's the one thing I've learned in the Iowa so far. Do not let people broadside you. You are made of paper over there. Look at how quickly he's backing up. Oh, we got a cruiser coming in as well. That's not necessarily great. Think I can hit him again one more time just before he goes into cover? My concern here is that there is a cruiser now as well. I don't want to get torpedoed myself. Yeah, really slam that Iowa. Oh, wow, this rain's crazy now. I'm going to turn the filter off again so you can hear it. This rain is really going for it. Wow, some heavy rain. It is really nice being in here, though, and like... oh, they want to support me. Thank you. Like reading a book, you know, being sat on the sofa, cozy, reading a book with the rain hammering on the roof. Now, I'll turn the filter back on. I don't want you to... Oh, look at that. Wait, who did that? That must be a destroyer, right? That wasn't the cruiser.
We're hull below the waterline. We're flooding quickly.
I'm hoping that this battleship does not have... Alright, he's moving forwards. I'm hoping he doesn't have torpedoes.
Torpedoes, dead ahead.
Oh yeah, this is me done. That's me done for. Look at that. He got me alright. Did any of my torpedoes hit him? This last one that I fired, no, he's just dodging it. Fair play, fair play. Yeah, so what I didn't account for there is that somewhere over there is at least one destroyer. I think probably only one, but there is definitely a hidden destroyer over there that I had no idea about. If you look at the minimap, he's never been spotted, not once. The other two have, but this one we've never seen. Almost like a kamikaze or something. I wonder what he was in. Yeah, it'll be that Jaeger then. And if it weren't for that, I reckon I could have done okay there. I was gonna swing out, try and torpedo that battleship. If it didn't work out, I was just gonna brawl with him for a bit and see how it went. But yeah, that destroyer, he knew I was there. He knew when to strike. Because if he had fired on me earlier when I was way back here, it might have been easier to hit me, but it would have really let me know that he was there nice and early, and I would have changed my plan entirely. Smart, smart. Jesus Christ, 24 torpedoes. As someone who's played U-boat and seen how long it takes them to like warm up a torpedo, maintain and load torpedoes, I mean, it's not that realistic, but you know what I mean. Imagining a single submarine being able to fire that many torpedoes within a short range of time, like they got a Gatling gun filled with torpedoes on that thing. Okay, I did just get a French crate here, so maybe I'll finally get one of those fancy new destroyers. Which one do I open first? The French one or the French destroyer big crate? If it's a destroyer crate, does that mean I definitely get a crate? Or maybe it's just, here's a little hat for your French destroyer if you ever do get one. What else could it possibly be, I wonder? It's a destroyer crate, but it might not contain a destroyer. What would it contain that would be destroyer related? Maybe like a speed boost or something. Anyway, let's see what happens. A personnel file. Oh yes, very destroyer related. I would like one of those new destroyers, if only to try out those torpedoes. You know, that'd be cool. Just boosters. Oh well, that's life. Everyone will get them eventually, though, won't they? You know. All right, what else we got? Okay, I guess I'm just looking at... Yeah, so this is what I got here. I never pull the Omono out for some reason. Oh, it's lovely being in here. I got a lovely book the other day. This will only be in... Well, I got a few books. I treated myself a little bit. One of them was called The Manchester Man, and it's an old novel from around the beginning of the Industrial Revolution, kind of Victorian era. And it's just a novel, right? It's just a fiction novel. But the main character in that book is, and this is what put me onto it, because I look up like historic stuff related to Manchester sometimes just to see what I can find, and this popped up because of the name. But the character in it is called Jabez Clegg. And I've been to a nightclub in Manchester called Jabez Clegg, and I always wondered why it had such an odd name, and it turns out that it's named after the main character from this book, so I kind of had to pick the book up, right? And I also got another book that is all about the history of the South Manchester hospital that I was born in.
Battle starts.
And it talks about it all from it doesn't focus on medieval times, but it even goes as far back as to say what was going on in that area in medieval times. But it mostly focuses on when it was a sanatorium and when they dealt with tuberculosis and all kinds of stuff, and the construction of the new hospital that's there now and blah 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 blah. Now listen, Renown, you're gonna come with me because I'm going out here on my own and I don't even have smoke. Yeah, we've got guys further back, the Tennessee and the Hugh. I'm going to call that Hugh. The Hugh they're coming down to help as well, but they're a bit further back. They're not as helpful. You reckon this guy's going to try and torpedo me? He is, isn't he? I'll turn on my extra anti-air. Oh, he changed his mind? He's going after the battleship instead. A bit of a waste of extra anti-air, but at least I shot a plane down. Alright, now I knew things were going to get heavy pretty fast, which is why I was quite happy to come back here early on. What have we got? We've got a Mutsu, and a bunch of other things I can't really see yet.
Gun crews are on normal alert.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
Affirmative.
Right, what's my torpedo range? I wish they just showed it on the screen. 13 kilometers. Geez, that's a hell of a range. They're probably quite slow torpedoes. I don't really want to range out from here, particularly right now. I might be happy to go out far enough to get a shot off and then reverse again. This guy's really bucking it, though. I never shoot from the hip like that, but I wasn't able to get a shot in. I don't know if I'll hit him before he goes back there. Alright, no, I hit him. Good. Set him on fire. I don't really want to get shot by everything that might be over there just yet. I'm happy to take a moment, take a breath. My colleagues are arriving, but I'm the guy who's in the lead and everyone's going to shoot at me first. Alright, I'm happy to now push forward. Those extra 10 seconds, just helped me feel comfortable. And also would have thrown off that destroyer if he was trying to torpedo me. So that's my thinking there.
I need intelligence.
I would love... I could just fire a volley off. You know what? Screw it. He'd never see it coming. He'd never think I'd fire torpedoes at him. There is, however, a cruiser back here well, he's back there currently, but I really would have liked to have torpedoed him randomly as he came round the island, because I'm going around the island too. Let's just see what happens here. That's, yeah, don't change course. Just drive straight in this direction. Thank you. Just keep doing that. So, okay, so this is the guy I was hoping to torpedo, but sadly, that's not going to happen. I can maybe get another volley off at this guy. He's not moving that fast, but I'm going to have to really kick the engines in and turn here. There we go. I got that Monaghan. Crisper Jedi. I am concerned. I think I'm going to duke a right turn and then turn left. Let's get my sonar on. He's already fired, but not at me. What's his plan? Is he gonna? He's gonna turn. He's turning hard to torpedo me from the other side. He's doing exactly what I'm doing. Oh, I hope someone blows him up before he gets me. Die! Die! For the love of all that is holy, die! I think, has he got me here? He might be trying to crash into me. Oh, thank God. I think in the end he was just planning to crash. Fair play to him as well. That's what I would have done. No health, being hammered, about to get torpedoed in the face. I'd have tried to crash as well. Oh, Jesus. Oh. Oh, yeah. Oh, you can hear me calming down now. Oh, that got unusually exciting. I'm not in a position I want to be in right now, though. I'm in the corner of the map, and this ain't where the action is. I really need to get back into it. The ship does seem quite fast, though. How's the weather in Spain? Is it raining? Does the rain fall mainly on the plane? Our Surrey just sunk one of their Awubas. This guy's name is Blade Runner 1957. That's a pretty sick name. You think he was born in 57?
All stations reporting the position of a strategic target.
Oh yeah, by all means. I got my engines a-going. I'm on the way. I'm a-coming. I'd like to visit Spain. I had a weird dream last night. I know dreams generally aren't that exciting, you know, listening to other people's dreams. But this is a pretty simple one. I was in the Netherlands in my dream, and I went into like a cafe, fast food kind of place, and I went to the counter, but like it was really small. I had to basically sit on my side on the floor and stuff because Dutch people are 3 feet tall, and so the building was made for Dutch people, and because I'm not 3 feet tall, I found it difficult to get inside. I don't know why in my dream Dutch people were 3 feet tall, but there you go. I told my Dutch friend when I woke up, and I don't know, he seemed to be amused. Oh, well done, Blade Runner.
Nice work.
I mean, it doesn't help me because now their entire team is on the other side of the map, and I'll never have a hope in hell of getting there before the game's over. And that might not be good because, you know, they have all of these, they have all this force up there now that they can use. Right? Sure, we outnumber them by what? An extra we outnumber them 2-1, but 3 of our team are nowhere near being in range to do anything to them, so we don't really outnumber them if the backup, which is me and these other 2 guys, are, you know, not there. Although, is this Juan? Is he firing? Is this guy firing? Is he in range of someone? He must have quite the range on his guns if he is firing. Because I cannot hit this California. Ah, Sammy, you still there? Oh. Think I can hit this California? I want to know what the weather's like in Spain, or indeed anywhere. I don't usually, you know when you have lurkers, people who like to watch the stream but don't like to chat? I don't usually like to call them out and ask them questions because, like, you know, they just want to be quiet and do their own thing. But I always wonder, like, oh, I wonder where they're from, and I wonder what the weather's like there, I wonder what they're getting up to. I wonder what they like and don't like about the stream and so on. Lol. At least I got a hit in on the California before the end, you know what I mean? Oh, never mind just getting a hit in, I ended up finishing him off. I feel bad. I kind of feel like I stole someone's kill there. Whoopsie. I just want to be helping. I'm helping. Oh. Do people still say lol out loud? I mean, we did it ironically. That's the thing. But as with anything that you do ironically, eventually you just kind of get used to doing it. If you're ever in a job interview and instead of laughing you just say lol, I'm not sure if you're going to get that job.
Roger.
You need help? Yeah, you do. You do, dog. The best thing for you to do, Mr. Tennessee, would be to get into cover behind that island until the rest of us can get there. That said, I think his big problem is aircraft. Although he is getting smashed by that battleship as well, but he's getting bombed by planes, something awful. I'm mostly just watching because, because I knew he was about to get bombed into oblivion.
Nice work.
All right. See, this is what I was concerned about. I mean, I still think we're going to win, but the fact that we're kind of being split up here and they're able to hit us one by one by one. I was 5 and he was 6. We rode on horses made of sticks.
Our victory is in
He
sight.
wore black and I wore white. He would always win the fight. Bang, bang. Y'all know that song? That was Nancy Sinatra, right? I think. Was that Nancy Sinatra? Or was that Nina Simone? I'm really bad with names. Yeah. I couldn't even name all of the Beatles. Oh, that Ranger is really holding on to life. We can't see him, but look at his health bar. You can barely see any red on it. I think this is it for him. If someone could just shoot him. Someone could just blow on the ship. There we go. Where do you think this New Mexico's going to go? If he wants to survive as long as possible, he'll turn hard to port and just crash into the island. If he wants to just fight for the sake of fighting, then he'll head straight forwards. Kind of looks like he wants to survive. Oh, the rain is back again. I think all my chatty viewers are gone now. So yeah, I should bring up my thing and make sure it's not... Yeah, I don't need to see that. I don't need to see that either. There we go. Maybe I'll get an opportunity to torpedo this New Mexico before the end of the game. We are about to win on points. And the aircraft carrier still wants to torpedo me. He's probably going to hit me right in the arse here. And that's fine. I don't really care. Big whoop. Thank God his guns aren't pointing at me. I mean, he could change course, right? Whee! Stole someone's kill again. Still feel bad about it. I had to, though, didn't I? What was I going to do? Just sit there and not shoot the guy? I ended up with 4 kills in that match, even though I feel like maybe only one of them was really my kill. Maybe 2. I don't even remember. Who did I sink in that match? I don't even recall. That one cruiser, I feel like I deserved that one. But, yeah. It's a fun little match. I like the Emono, it turns out. Fun ship. I'd like to get to the point where I have enough viewers that I can ask chat like what they'd like to see me play, like, oh, would you want me to see me in a cruiser or a battleship and stuff. But I have so few people at the moment, there's no point asking. Let's pull out Kamikaze again. I've only pulled it out once today, and you know me, I love my Kamikaze. I do love it. I won't be playing for too much longer today. We're almost 2.5 hours into the stream now, and I usually say I'll do 2 hours, but it ends up being more. You know, when I first started streaming, which sounds like a long time ago, but it was basically a month ago, doing a 2-hour stream was incredibly exhausting. Just like hosting and talking constantly and trying to be engaging and so on was really tiring. But it's not so bad now. I'm getting used to it. It's still quite tiring. I still do have to decompress afterwards. But I'm not coming out of it anymore feeling completely drained and dead, you know? I still feel like I have enough energy to stand up. I don't know. It's my brain. It's my brain. You know what I mean? 8-hour marathons. Yeah, I mean, I could see it happening at some point. Especially if it's a game like this. Something that doesn't require, like, as much being switched on constantly. If I were playing something like, even like Helldivers, you know, like an FPS that's high energy, high everything, high speed all the time, I could not play like an 8-hour marathon of that. But something like this, I could maybe, yeah, I could certainly do 8-hour marathons of things. I mean, I've never done like a 24-hour marathon of a game or something, but I've certainly done like all-nighters where I've been awake for more than 24 hours. And then like, or about 24, 25 hours, and then I go to sleep. So I've done that, and I'm perfectly capable of doing that. I usually try to take it easy on those days. If I know I'm going to have to be awake for 24 hours for some reason, I try and take it easy. You know what I should be looking at here? Oh, shit. This guy can see me. I'm moving A.
Oh, I love being fast.
Well, why don't you move an A the hell out of here? Yeah, so I was about to check what destroyers are in this match, and then just as I brought the map up, this guy appeared in front of me. I don't just want to run away from him because I need to screen for the two battleships that are behind me. And there's at least one destroyer, if not two destroyers, right here. But I really don't want to be fighting destroyers right now. I really don't. Hey, look. Yeah, someone's in one of those new French destroyers. Is that what the Mouvenet is? Is that one of the new ones? I don't know. I mean, I know where this guy is, kinda. I don't think any of them are going to hit, but we'll just keep going. What have we got? Another 30 seconds of smoke here. You know what? I don't really want to swing around this way, but my torpedoes aren't going to be reloaded fast enough. And I think he's on this side of the smoke. I think he's staying away from my torpedoes coming over here. If I can just get in here, let me just let the team know that I'm about to engage. If I can just get in here into his smoke before... Yeah, there are two of these guys here. There's this guy who is just beginning to move. I'm just about to fire torpedoes at him. I don't know how helpful this is going to be, and I'm right next to a battleship. I knew this was going to be a very bold and difficult choice. I was rather hoping that there would be a... Oh, look, they dodged all of my torpedoes. I'm done for, that's it. There's no way I can run away. I've already used my smoke. There is a Renown right next to me, and it turned out, yes. I wasn't sure if there were two destroyers there or just one. I knew one of them was the French destroyer that could fire the fire torpedoes, but I thought Mouvenet sounds French, so like, you know, maybe, but no, there were two of them there, unfortunately, not just the one guy. If it had been one destroyer, I would have carried on into their smoke, tried to torpedo him, gone around to the left, swung back out the other side of the island, stayed away from this Renown. But because there were two of them, I kind of had to change my plan, go the other way, and just hope. Because sometimes you can get out of a situation like that. Sometimes the enemy just miss enough times that you can get away. You know, you get lucky. Yeah, I had no support. Yeah, I was kind of hoping on my way in that the other destroyer, who was just on the other side of the Renown, you know, when I asked for help, I was kind of hoping he would see that and be like, oh yeah, I should come over and help this guy out. You know, it's sometimes people have their own things going on. You can't always get help. Let's pull out. Should I pull out my Hosho? I like my Hosho. It's a fun aircraft carrier. It's an easy aircraft carrier to play. Oh man. Oh man. I got this weird pain on my back, and I think, I don't know, maybe I need a massage or something, but it's bizarre because I've had it for a couple of weeks now, and it's about the size of a penny, and it's just like a pain in the muscle, not like it's over my shoulder blade, but it's not my bones or anything. It's just the fleshy flesh parts. And it's just this one little location, and it feels like a bruise, almost like I've hit it, you know, but I haven't hit it. It's weird. It keeps hurting whenever I'm leaning back on a chair or lay down in a particular position, and it leans. It's really bizarre. But like, maybe it's just some weird. Maybe I just need a massage. Y'all ever had a massage? I had one once. When I was in America, I went to a massage place, and it was a strange experience because I didn't know what the etiquette was. So I just kind of lay there very silent. I went into kind of like patient, like doctor-patient mode, where if you're a patient, you're generally taught like by your parents from a young age, like to stay still and quiet and don't move or do anything while the doctor's doing whatever procedure on you. Maybe they're, you know, giving you an injection, or, you know, examining you, or doing or like, you know, sewing up a an injury or whatever they're doing. Or if you go to have your hair cut and you're young, you know, they tell you stay very still, don't do anything, don't move. And so when I went for a massage, I kind of automatically went into that mode where I was like, okay, I'm going to just be very still, very quiet, and let them get on with their job, kind of thing, do their procedure on me. But I feel like maybe I could have been a bit more vocal about like what I liked and didn't like, because it was like a full body massage. And it was interesting to see like which parts like felt really, really good on my muscles and which parts were like this just feels like nothing, you know. And it turned out I was quite surprised, because obviously your shoulders feel amazing, right? That felt amazing. Having your shoulders massaged, that felt great. And like feet was quite good as well. But the part that really surprised me was my buttocks, my buttocks, my arse. Because you don't think to yourself like an arse massage would feel good, right? But like they did my legs, and that didn't feel like much. I was like, oh yeah, leg massage not really doing much for me. But then when they massaged my buttocks, it felt amazing. It felt like just as good as having your shoulders massaged. So I thought that was interesting. But I only ever had the one massage. It was just like oh, you've never had a massage, you should come along and try it. And so I tried it. That would be nice. I could do with another massage, I think. Or just like a very long hot bath. I don't know. Is that relatable to anyone? Anyone else here ever had a massage? That'd be nice. I'm gonna get behind this rock. That's what I'm doing. I'm gonna get right behind this rock right here. I'm just gonna stick her in neutral pretty much. Look at my little biplanes. See, I told you the whole show had biplane bombers. Look at that. You can see that one like 250-pound bomb strapped underneath there. Yeah, actually, and you know what was weird about getting a massage? Like, it was strange. It was a strange enough experience, but the weird part is the building that we were in. They had like, obviously they were like private rooms, but the walls didn't have a ceiling, and so it was like one big area with lots of rooms, but they weren't really fully sealed off. And so the really weird part is that you could hear the people in the other rooms. So you'd just be getting a massage and you'd hear all these other people getting massages as well if they were making noises, whenever they were like groaning and grunting and stuff. That was really strange. That was very bizarre. I wasn't sure how to feel about that. I really want to get down here and torpedo this guy. He is really shooting my stuff down. He is also in a host show. Oh, I was just about to drop my torpedoes. He got me. Oh, he got me. I'm almost tempted to do that again, but there's just too many ships between me and the aircraft carrier that I'll just get shot down. However, this Wyoming is the only thing over on this left side of the map. Maybe I can help him out. There's a cruiser over here. I'm not sure where it is. By the way, you can just hear the constant beep, 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 beep. Oh, it's just stopped, thank God. My ship telling me I'm about to crash into an island. Like, yes, I know I'm about to crash into an island. I reckon this cruiser may have gone behind the island, but maybe not, maybe not. Maybe he's just parked right on the edge. I sure would love to know exactly where he is. He is just parked here. Alright, let's bring it on down. See what we can do. See what we can do here. Come on. Really line him up. Oh, he's trying to dodge. Which way is he going? This way? Alright. Let's try and hit him. And we will move on from that guy. Seems like we missed. Shame. I could swing around and try again, but it would be a much harder job this time. But sure, why not? Why not? Swing him around. Come on down. He's given me just about enough room to drop some torpedoes on the side of the island here, but it isn't going to be easy. Come on. Now, this guy could go anywhere. This guy is easily going to dodge those. Let's try bombers. Do I never division up with my fleet mate? No, no. He works nights and is almost never available to play anymore, which is a shame. But On the very rare occasion that he is available, that would be great. I did just hear from him the other day, so you never know. You never know. I'll bring it up, but yeah, he works nights, unfortunately. So sadly, there we go. That was a fine hit. Jesus, we almost killed him. Can we do that again? Come on, Battleship. I have really taken this excellent job. Well done. Where's the well done. Right, I might as well swap back. Oh no, bombers again. He does play the game though, just at a different, like practically a different time zone to me. But he slowly gets us all of the oil so I can do the upgrades and things. But yeah, he's the one that got me into this game. In fact, for a long time, I didn't want to play it because we played World of Tanks together, and he was like, "You should try World Warships as well." And I was like, "Oh, I don't want to play another game. I'm already playing this one, you know." I'm going after their aircraft carrier. I just feel like it, just for funsies. I mean, my planes are already kind of flying this way, and here he is. Why not? Let's try and get lined up so we can go straight down his neck here. I don't think he's moving. Straight down. There we go. Beautiful. Oh god, that really messed his deck up. Sadly, I don't think I'll be able to come round for another pass. Nah. He's got very good anti-air, which is nice because he's in the same ship as me, so mine must be pretty good. Do I prefer tanks? Well, no, actually. Funnily enough, I mostly play this game these days. I like both of them. I can't really compare them. You can't compare them and say one's better than the other or anything. But I generally prefer playing this one, funnily enough, which is why I stream this for 2 days and tanks for 1 day for the most part. It's not that I don't like tanks. It's just that this game is it's easier on the brain, you know, because it's less actiony. Not that I mind action, but I don't know. I can pull this game out, play an entire session, and feel less exhausted at the end than I would be if I played tanks. And the other thing is, with tanks, so much. Ah, great! I finally hit someone. So much of what you do in that game will... oh, good. We took out their aircraft carrier. So much of what you do in that game will lose you, like, in-game currency to the point that it's detrimental and you might end up having to spend real money. It's stressful. Like, if your tank gets destroyed in that game, you very much might have to spend a huge amount of silver to repair it. Whereas if my ship blows up in this game, I don't care. I'll just pull out another ship. Screw it. Who cares? Like, it's just so much less stressful in that way. And, like, in that game, every single shell that you fire costs in-game currency. And so there's a very real possibility if you run out of the in-game currency that you'll either have to grind tanks you don't want to play to earn enough silver to be able to afford ammo and repairs and things, or you'll just have to put real money in. And again, it's just stressful. It's extra stress. And so while I love that game a lot, this game is a lot less stressful in that way. I don't need to worry about playing the meta and making sure I'm grinding for this, that, or the other. I can just play the game and have a good time. And yeah, I don't have a series. If you mean the Xbox series of consoles, God, they really screwed up those names. The Xbox series, the Xbox series of series, the series. I don't have it. I would try it. I'd try anything once. God, they really... Wait, hang on. Is someone shooting at me? Who's firing on me? Who's firing on me? Of course, they got a bit close. I didn't realise it. I was having so much fun screwing people up.
I need support.
There's not really anything anyone can do, but I'm just kind of letting them know. Wow, I did not realise I was visible to these guys. Alright, well, I think I'm screwed here, honestly. 2 battleships and a cruiser want me dead. There's nothing I can do.
That was a great
Oh, I was
battle.
having such a good time too. Such a good time. And then a St. Louis. Well, that's just insulting. A St. Louis sunk me. Jesus. I don't think they'd invented aeroplanes when they built that St. Louis. Oh, that just adds insult to injury, didn't it? But that was a fun little match before I got slaughtered. Oh yeah, the new Steam Machine stuff looks very cool. It's one of those things of like, all those new Steam things look pretty neat. I'm more interested in the VR headset. Like the Steam Machine itself looks great and it's more powerful than my laptop and stuff. But I'd rather, if I were buying something, I'd rather just buy a new laptop. And so the Steam Machine, whatever. And the controller, it looks cool. Again, it does look cool, but I don't need it. Like I've got an Xbox controller, it's fine. I've got a controller. But the VR headset does look pretty neat. And I like that it's a self-contained thing as well. You don't need any external hardware. Like you can use your external hardware, but you don't need it. And they've also solved the problem of like streaming. Like, okay, let's say you have a PC that can run VR stuff and you have your VR headset, but then you need like, because I have a Quest 2, I have a Facebook Meta Quest 2, and that thing you can like stream games to and stream your desktop to, but you need like a good Wi-Fi 5 router, which at the time I didn't have one. Wow, speaking of black ships, look at this thing. So I had to buy a whole new router just to be able to do that. But Steam have solved that by like including their own dedicated dongle for streaming. So great. Like that's just another little example. And the fact that that device runs its own OS where you can play games straight up from it, even if you don't want to stream things from your computer or whatever. So it's all very cool. It seems cool. One thing I don't like about it though, and the thing that I always wanted to upgrade my Quest 2 to a Quest 3, and it's the one feature that this new Steam VR headset doesn't have, is like stereoscopic color. God, what do they call it? The thing that lets you see through the cameras. You know, so while you have the headset on, you can see everything around you. In the Quest 1, it's kind of a crappy. It's stereoscopic, but it's kind of a crappy black and white, like low quality camera, whereas on the new Quest it's full color and apparently looks way better. And I would like to use that headset to do like fun, like watching movies and stuff, but I want to be able to see what's going on around me, or like running multiple desktops and things would be really cool. And it's sad to see. I mean, it's a compromise. They did it for a reason, but it's sad to see that the Steam headset, the new one, will have like not that great black and white cameras for that stuff, which is a step backwards, which is a shame, but hey ho. Anyway, what did you say? Do I think I'll migrate to playing boats on PC? No, and I'll tell you why. I don't have any solid information on this either way, which is a shame. But as far as I can tell, and when I did very briefly discuss this with one of the Wargaming staff members, although they were a staff member on Tanks, so they couldn't say either, but we were kind of thinking that they're not going to allow me to bring all of my progress across from this to the Steam version, you know, the PC version, because for those who don't know, and this is so weird, this game, World of Warships Legends, is a port. Essentially, I mean, it's a different game, but it's you know what I mean. It's a port of the PC version of the game, and for some reason, they're bringing a port of this port back to PC. I'm not sure why, because surely if you played this game on PC, you'd want to play the PC version. But I'm not complaining. I like this version. But yeah, so I'm in the beta. I've tried it, you know. I've tried the beta out, and it's this game, but on PC it runs well, and I would love to play it on PC. I would love to. I was so excited when I heard that it was announced. I was like, finally, I can stop playing on my Xbox, and I can, you know, play with better frame rates and better resolutions. Great. It's like when Halo came to PC, but they've not said anything, and I don't think you're going to be able to carry your account across. I don't think. I think it's going to be a case of like there's going to be cross-play, so you can play with and against people who are on the other consoles, but Oh, that was a bad shot. But I don't think I'm going to be able to bring my account across. And that's a big no from me. That's a big old no. Because again, I've put money and time into this. There's no way in hell I would start from scratch on the same game. Can you carry your account across with all of your progress and go back and forth? The back and forth doesn't matter as much, I guess. I'm concerned about this destroyer here. And have they actually... Because when I checked, there was nothing on an FAQ that said either way. But they could have updated that by now. If you can give me some real solid evidence that they've actually said... yeah, the back... Well, you'd think that it would be back and forth, because if it's your same Wargaming account, there would be no particular reason not to do that. I'm not sure if this guy's torpedoing me or what. He may have torpedoed me. He certainly has a good shot to hit me in the bow. But, like, if there is evidence that you can migrate, even if it's just migrating permanently your account across, then I would totally do that. But here's my thinking for why you won't be able to. Because currently you can't do that between Xbox and PlayStation, you know? If you want to continue to play this game, but you have bought a PlayStation and want to swap all your stuff across, you can't do that. That's not a thing. And my thinking is basically, let's say that you are one of the platform holders. Let's say you're Sony or you're Microsoft, right? And you have this game which is cross-play across all these platforms. Great, right? Great. Because you're going to have people who are in your ecosystem, you know, buying things in this game. It's a free-to-play game. You can buy stuff in this game. And that's how you're gonna make money out of this thing, right? So you don't mind people who play it on PlayStation being able to also play. Oh, look, this guy's gonna get me. Good for him. You don't mind people on your platform being able to play with people on the other platforms, because that's just good. That's just good for you, right? But let's say that they bring this game out on another platform, as they are doing. Let's say they're bringing it out on PC, and you're asked, like, hey, do you want to make it so that people can carry their account across? Why would you allow that? Why would you say, oh yes, absolutely, let's make it so that those people are able very conveniently and easily to leave my ecosystem and go somewhere else where they're giving money to someone else? Where instead the cut is going to look at this guy, he knows something I don't. Like, the cut is going to Steam instead of me, you know? They're never going to allow that. And indeed, it can never be back and forth either, because imagine if you could play your same Wargaming account but across Xbox and PlayStation, because those businesses are both going to take different cuts out of whatever you're spending. Like, it just doesn't make sense for them to allow it, because let's say that buying X amount of gold, or buying a subscription, or buying the ability backing on one platform might be slightly cheaper than the other platform for the end user, because, you know, Wargaming want to make the same amount of money, but each business takes a different cut maybe, so maybe they charge a slightly different amount. Then if you have both platforms, you would just buy it on the cheaper platform and maybe play it on the platform you'd rather play it on. Like, maybe the game runs better on the PlayStation Pro, but maybe it's cheaper to buy X, Y, or Z if you buy it on the Xbox. So they're never going to allow those interspersing of payment methods, which is why I highly doubt, myself, I'm just guessing, they are not going to allow people to take their account with all of that financial kind of tying up in that ecosystem and say, no, you can take this thing somewhere else. They wouldn't mind you starting a brand new account if you really wanted to do that and start from scratch, but I just don't see them allowing anything else, which is sad, because I would totally play this game on PC, and the same with Tanks if I could, if they brought World of Tanks console to PC for some reason. I would totally just never boot my Xbox up again. Yeah, it's not only is it the grind starting new, but it's the grind in general. I don't like grinding in games. Look, I served my time, all right? I played World of Warcraft in 2004 or whenever it was. Like, I I played that game. I played Burning Crusade. I played Wrath of the Lich King. I kind of fell off of it after Wrath of the Lich King, which was, what was that, the second expansion? But like, I played grindy games back when grindy MMOs were the big thing, were the biggest thing. Everyone was playing MMOs. Grind, grind, grind. And besides the obvious, I'm older now and have less free time. But also, I just don't want to grind anymore. It's boring. Doing the same thing over and over again is boring. You know? I mean, when you watch me play this game, I don't take the same ship out over and over again. I mix it up a bit. And I'm not in any rush to level up and get the next thing. Like, when I do unlock a new ship, usually it's like, oh, cool, I've unlocked a new ship. Because I'm not really paying as much attention. I don't know when I'm going to unlock a new ship or what it's going to be. Boom. But yeah, it would be very nice to get a Series S for Christmas. Wouldn't that be nice? That would be nice. Oh, I'm probably going to get socks for Christmas, to be honest. You know, I don't... Do I have either of those ships? The Mahan is a destroyer. Let's see. What happened to me is I was going through my German and Japanese destroyers, and then I got the Kamikaze and just kind of stopped playing all of the destroyers and just ended up playing those. So I don't think I even have a Mahan, whatever it is. Like, I have a Fubuki and a Minakaze and stuff. Oh, can you hear the rain now? It's really going for it. And I have a Gaid. Those are good. Podovsky, don't like it very much. But yeah, so that's what I got. So, what country is a Mahan? I don't know. I don't know if Mahan's... if that sounds Japanese or if that sounds German. It's one or the other, right? Oh, it's USA, really? Jesus, well, I'm way off. But, like, I'm basically up to my Fubuki. And, yeah, I guess I never even bothered. I guess I never even bothered going through the American destroyer tier. Although I was thinking yesterday I want to watch that movie with Tom Hanks, about him on a destroyer. I've seen nothing but good things about that film, and people say how reasonably authentic it is as well. And like the little clips and trailers I've seen make it look really good. Yeah, I could get the Farragut just for fun. There you go, I finished the Clemson. God, that was fast. Greyhound, yeah, that might be what it was called. That sounds about right. I was watching a trailer for it just yesterday and thinking, God, I really need to watch that. Let's see. I mean, I'm not going to be shooting at people. Let's have a look at this ship. No, let's go have an actual look at it. Play. Standard. Let's just get the right country up here. Da, 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 da. Will I? I never shoot in my destroyers unless I really have to. I'm always torpedoing. Who do I have? I guess I have Halsey. Yeah. Da 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 dee 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 da 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 do 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 da 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 da. I don't know what I'm doing now. Yeah, tell me about this ship. What's the game got to tell me? It says good smoke, good batteries, poor torpedoes. Yeah, maybe this is a gunship. Torpedo tubes, blah 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 blah, etc. etc. There were 8 of them. All right, I'll try shooting people. Do 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 do. Let's get an upgrade that is appropriate for shooting people in that case. Dispersion or main battery traverse. Does it have slow guns? Like turning? Does the turning on this, like, should I improve my battery traverse? I mean, that's usually what I get for the torpedo launchers, so I'm tempted to get this. You know what? I will get this, because either way it could be useful for the torpedoes as well. I mean, I've set him up in the sense that I've got whatever I felt like getting for him, I guess. Let's see. Faster torpedoes, less detectability, quicker reload on the torpedoes, and better smoke. Yeah, as you can see, I'm all about torpedoes and staying hidden. But I can always set up a new preset, seeing as I'm going to be shooting people. So let's see. Let's see. What's better for shooting? Reload time on the battery. Extra damage, I guess. Sure. I mean, I don't need to be hidden if I'm going to be shooting at people. Reload time, improve again, sure. What else we got? Smoke screen. Yeah, let's do the smoke screen stuff. And as for what I want on this guy, I could go detectability, but maybe extra health? Oh, you've given me numbers. I'll look in a sec. I'll see how what you suggested compares with what I just put on. You reckon? Yeah, because I didn't put a lot of detectability on. Alright, so you suggested 21321, and I went 2231, and of course I'm not going to put anything on the legendary thing. So what did you do differently? You did the detectability, but why not get the extra bit of damage? That's almost 10% extra damage on the guns. Being less detectable isn't so helpful if you're shooting, because you're going to be detected anyway, right? Like, you're not hiding at that point. God, this rain. I can actually feel the cold breeze when the rain comes in, like it cools the air down in here a little bit. Let's try this and see how it goes. Yeah, true. Now let's remember that when I'm in a destroyer normally, I'm only really firing my guns in an emergency. But if I'm actively trying to shoot my guns at people, this is going to be a very different experience for me. It's going to be very interesting. Oh man, this rain. I can see it pouring off the guttering. Oh. This will be interesting. I'm guessing I'm basically hunting destroyers here at this point. Lower detectability means you get spotted closer to red Yeah, you're not wrong. Not wrong, getting closer without being seen is great. You are not wrong. I can always change it. It's such small numbers anyway. Wow, this is some rain. It's that kind of rain that's both heavy but also kind of like it feels almost lazy. It's falling straight down. It's just those big thick droplets. All right, come on guys.
Action stations.
I'm Tom Hanks, not Tom Cruise. See how she handles here. Not terrible, not terrible. So this is that map I mentioned earlier I really like playing, where normally I like playing in a destroyer or a cruiser, because I like getting behind some of these islands and sneakily torpedoing people. Because you can really get close fast and stay in cover quite nicely. Why don't I do that thing you like and sit in the cap? You like it when I do that. Who have I got with me here? A kid.
Enemy force detected.
Oh. Who are we up against? A Mahan and a Ladroy. That has to be that Ladroy ship has to be one of the new flamey French destroyers, because I keep seeing it recently and I don't think I've ever seen it before. So it has to be one of those new ones. Come on, I just want to wiggle in here and stay hidden. This'll do. Just wiggle, wiggle. How's my... Oh yeah, you really have to shoot from the hip, don't you? Okay. Alright. They're capturing, I'm capturing. Should I move? I'll move up a bit more. I'll move up a little more. Alright, let me have a look at some of my numbers. 5.5 on the torpedoes. Okay, good to know. Yeah, Mahan always seems like a threat. And who've we got? A Mahan! Here we go. God, how many torpedoes you got, mate? 8! 8! Alright, listen, Mr. Cruiser. I'm gonna... it's hard to tell, because if this Mahan's left...
Torpedoes, dead ahead.
No, he's still there. He's going... He is behind the island, though. There's no point me pulling out and just revealing my position, because... oh, there is a cruiser, though. The Graf Spee as well. Hello, Graf Spee. Hello, Graf Spee. Yes, keep coming. Keep coming. Let me tell this guy... This guy's probably also going to... You know what? I was going to tell him to pull back, but he's going to try and torpedo this guy. Come on, move out of the way. This guy's telling me to get back. Yeah, you really have to fire these torpedoes out of your side. God, that's a lot of ships. That's a lot of ships. Maybe I should be getting back. Alright, it's time to do exciting things.
Generator started.
Move, move, move. Forwards. I meant to move forwards. Where's this guy going? Okay, that guy's over there. Ah, I really, really, really had hoped that Graf Spey would keep coming my way. No, he's moving too fast for me to hit him. Wow, apparently I have no colleagues at all. I just looked at the minimap, really expecting there to be someone here to back me up. But there's no one. I'm not used to how slow this destroyer moves. Come on, spin faster than that, mate. There we go. Well, he got a lucky blind shot on me. I did end up hitting him, though, I think. Or possibly that battleship. Oh, I fired both loads of torpedoes. Ah, okay, now we're going to have to shoot this guy. This ain't great. This ain't great. Less so for the Mahan and more the fact that they've seen me now. So the guys behind me are going to be able to fire on me, and indeed the Tennessee just got me. Well, that was unfortunate, man. That was a destroyer, a battleship, cruiser, Graf Spey, no less. At least we got that one torpedo hit. But my guns barely saw any action there at all. Man. But see, that's exactly what I like doing on this map. Getting into this little section and fighting close. And either you die fast or the enemy dies fast. But it's always fun either way. We'll come back to the Farragut. Maybe I'll try it again. We are 3 hours in now, so I'm going to wrap up soon. I'll play one more ship, and then maybe the Farragut again. Why don't I bring out something... Oh, what was that ship? It was an American. Was it the Nebraska or something? No, the Nevada. Yeah, I'm leveling that up as well. Why don't I pull that out? Or actually, or the Normandy. No, I'll do Nevada. We're looking at it already. I'm going to have to walk through this rain soon. Back to the house, where I will make a delicious lunch. Oh, yes, it'll be lovely. Thanks for sticking with me, by the way, Sammy. What are you doing right now? Because I bet you're not completely focused on me. I bet you're doing something else as well, right? That's the great thing about live streams. You can have it on, but also be doing something else. Are you flying a plane? Driving your car down the motorway? Doing open heart surgery? What are you doing? What's your PIN number? What's your mother's maiden name? What do you think about at night when you stare at the wall in bed and it all comes flooding back? Ooh, that guy's got a black ship. If I could find that... What did it say it was? Oh, a Mutsu B. A Mutsu Black. Look at that thing. Black never goes out of fashion. Alright. Well, this is interesting. Who is this that's going down this way? The Andrea Doria is headed down towards... It looks like she wants to go to the very edge of the map behind A. I will probably tell... I'm going to tell her that I'm going to be trying to help her out. In reality, I'm going to go over to this island here. By the time I reach it, we'll have a better idea of what's going on. And if I have to take cover on either side of it, well, I'll be close enough to do that. Or things are going to go horribly anyway. We'll see. Is this cruiser moving? No, the Dallas hasn't woken up yet. Did I just ask you, Sammy? I asked you a question. Now I don't remember what the question was. Oh yeah, what do you do when you're watching the stream? Because you're probably not just staring at the stream. You're probably doing two things at once. Maybe you're cooking. Maybe you're a chef working in the back of a restaurant somewhere, and you've got this up while you're prepping your chives. Where are these torpedo planes going? They look like they're coming my way. Don't come my way. You don't want to torpedo me, do you? Wow. Hey. I will tell you one thing. You were asking me about do I prefer tanks or this game? Tanks, whenever I stream it, always does better than... oh, that was a good shot, wasn't it? Oh, fuck! I feel bad. That's the thing with the Omaha. The Omaha is so thin. She's kind of a fine ship. She's very... she's maneuverable. Her guns are, fast reload, and you can do some damage, have some fun with them. But never go up against a battleship in an Omaha, because they will tear you to pieces. Alright, we have a problem. It turns out that their destroyer is definitely in A, and I'm screwed right now. Yeah, so absolutely. As these things go, the PC version of both of these games is more popular.
The ship is on fire.
And God, this isn't good. Not the fact that I'm getting hit by someone back there starting a million fires, but the fact that there is a destroyer somewhere ahead of me. I can't see him and he can see me. Okay, so he's there. But how am I going to get close enough to him without getting sunk? He's already fired a bunch of torpedoes at me, and now their aircraft carrier wants me, so I'm reasonably confident that their aircraft carrier is down here. They must not be able to see the Andrea Doria. Oh no, they are engaging her, but this is going to go very badly for me. But yes, the PC version of these games are generally more popular, but also, and I say that knowing I've forgotten what I was going to say. Oh yeah, tanks I always get more viewers and more engagement when I stream tanks. But I like this game. I like streaming this game. But if I were the kind of person who was just going for views and just playing what gets me the most views, I would never play this game, I don't think. I'd only play tanks because it consistently does better. But I like playing this game. I'm pretty screwed. Most of my team went the other way. And I'm getting bombed by their aircraft carrier, who is honestly, I mean, he's over there somewhere, but I'm the only one anywhere near him, really. But also, this destroyer, who I can't see, is going to screw me. And there's not really anything I can do. Like, what can I do? Turn around? Do a 360? I've got so little health that they'd just blast me out of the sky anyway. Anyway, you were saying this game is very niche. You'd have to play all the big new games for views. Yeah, that's true, certainly. I tell you what, say what you will. I've dodged a lot of this guy's torpedoes. These ones are going to get me. But I've dodged a lot of his volleys here, haven't I? He got me in the end. But I dodged a lot, considering I was a big, slow battleship driving towards him, which is great for a destroyer. If you're trying to shoot at a battleship that's coming towards you, that makes it a lot easier. You know, it's funny. Twitch sometimes tries to give me advice on like what I should be streaming. It gives these little pop-up things, and it says like 100% of your viewers also watch World of Warships streams. I'm like, yeah, I stream that game all the time. Why are you telling me this? I know. They might as well be saying 100% of your viewers watch you. Yeah. What was that destroyer? That was the was it the Farragut? It was the Farragut, right? That I was playing earlier that you asked me to pull out. Must be. It's a brand new ship. I'm so bad with names and everything. Oh, you can tell I'm sounding a little worn out now, aren't I? Well, you know, it's funny you say that, Sammy. Because I was thinking, maybe as a treat over Christmas, something different. Or maybe not over Christmas, but maybe when I have more viewers in general, I thought maybe I could just read from one of my books, just for fun. So I have so many interesting books. I have one here by Paul Brickhill called The Dam Busters, and it is all of the history and information around around the Dam Busters. I can't read out the photographs, but I can certainly read some of this stuff. Patch called Martin to his office. The Tirpitz is off for the time being, he said, and Martin sighed gently with relief. The AOC has something new for you. From now on, your squadron role is changed to ultra-accurate, high-level bombing, and you're going to be practicing till your eyes drop out. You've got to get down to an average of under 100 yards from 20,000 feet. Martin's eyes almost dropped out on the spot. The reasons, Patch went on, are that there's a new bomb coming up, a big one. You'll only be able to carry one, and they're so expensive, every one will have to be spot on, he said. He said they were getting a new bomb sight at once. See, this is great. Oh yeah, I wasn't even looking at the map. I was too busy reading that book. But I thought maybe it'd be fun to just, you know, read one of the books out sometime. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe discuss it every chapter. I don't know. Usually, if I'm in the kamikaze, I do like trying to come into the middle, fire a bajillion torpedoes off. Although, if I'm supposed to be firing my guns and not torpedoes in this thing, let's hope that all these battleships don't start firing on me. Because that's what I do. I'm not going to read the dictionary. I do have a dictionary. My dictionary is so old it doesn't have words like internet. Is this guy... This guy's behind me. This guy's gotten behind me. I know that this cyclone is here, but I'm more interested in this guy who's literally behind this rock here. I'm concerned about him. I don't want one of their destroyers to get behind us. Now, how quickly do these guns turn? That's what I want to know. Wow, that's some heavy rain. If I'm going to be shooting at destroyers, I would like to do it from this close. Where'd he go? Where'd he go? Alright, Izakaze, I've shot my shot. Let's see how this goes. I have to hit the guy first. Oh, speaking of hitting him. Oh no, that's an island. You can't see me anymore. I'm inside smoke, which makes me immediately invisible. You're not allowed to shoot at me. I'm invisible. Now, nobody fire their guns. I'm invisible. I'm indivisible. I'm also kind of screwed. They're going to easily get close enough to see me in a sec. And I got a New York who's... Okay, he's not pointing his guns at me. Alright, where's the front of my ship? It's here. I couldn't even see my own feckin' ship. You know what? Hang on a minute. That sounds like torpedoes. My 3-point turn did not go as well as I would have liked. Alright, reverse. Beep, 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 beep.
All stations, concentrate fire on the target.
I'll concentrate something. Is he crashing? He's crashed. He'd be a great target. You know what? I've got a minute and a half before my smoke runs out. Let's just see if I can torpedo this guy, and then I'll run into the middle again. Yeah, I've got a dictionary that's so old it doesn't have words like internet. Uh-oh, here we go. He's decided he wants some. Alright. Alright. No, don't crash again. I've been seen anyway. I might as well shoot at him. I don't reckon I'm going to hit this guy. You do not want to engage me, do you? No. Stop it. Stop engaging me. I'm not long for this world if I get shot at. Burn him down. What, the New York? There you go. I torpedoed him. I'm so much better at torpedoing. I've never really done the shooting. But by all means, I will swing my way around. I do have to go behind this island. I'm playing it slightly safer because there's like a cruiser and a battleship and a destroyer there if I engage them. But over here there's only a battleship and there goes the New York.
Engine boost deactivated.
And a destroyer. I don't like how little health half our team has. Everyone's dying. Oh god, if their aircraft carrier bombs me, that's it for me. You wouldn't bomb a destroyer, would you? He's probably too busy fighting maybe that Jaguar or something. I'm not sure what I'm doing here. I could go into the center, but that seems extraordinarily unwise for someone with so little health. Okay, you know what? Not entirely sure I'll be able to hit anything from this range. Oh, I did set him on fire, though. Those bombs look like they're coming from me. Let's just ignore them and keep shooting. Because if I blow up, I blow up. Come on, hit the guy. Oh, I'm not doing too bad on that. I do, however, probably need to run away now. That Orion is a fierce vessel. Come on, swing her around. I wouldn't turn left, only I'm trying to dodge. Because if I turn too far left, the Orion will be able to fire on me. She might even be able to fire over that hill at this point. Alright, good. We're safe again. For the time being. Don't think we're winning this one, somehow. Just a guess. Alright, let's looky here, Orion. I'm going to fire here and here. And we're going to hope that she keeps on trucking. And hits one of those torpedoes. Maybe. Wouldn't that be nice? Who's left to fight? The Wyoming? Huh. What if I just ranged out here, got to my extreme gun range, and just tried to fire on the Orion? But because I'm so far away, maybe I'd be able to avoid some of her fire? If she were to aim at me, which it looks like she wants to. God, she doesn't like me at all. Alright, let me just do a little dodging. Just swing her around. Swing her around. She might hit me anyway, to be fair.
Good game, everyone.
Sent out a quick good game at the end there. Okay, that didn't work. But imagine if it did. Wouldn't that have been great? Yeah, I have my... it's funny. And again, if you were on the Discord, I could... I know I keep trying to persuade you to join, but if you were on the Discord, I could send you a picture of my bookcase. Because I have 3 books next to each other. I have the Concise Oxford Dictionary, I have the Holy Bible, and then I have my book on erotic poetry. Yes. It's a coincidence, really, because I tend to keep my poetry books next to my reference books. Because, you know, they're not fiction. I mean, they're fiction, but, you know, like, it's not like a novel or something. And I tend to keep them there with the reference stuff that isn't like something like the Dam Busters is obviously non-fiction, but it's more of a retelling of something than a reference book like a dictionary would be. You know, let me put this book away. It's a great book though. It's very informative. So I could definitely see myself just ASMR reading some of this stuff. You know. What have we got? We got anything good in here? Cheshire had been pondering some new marking ideas. Remembering Martin's experience at Anethor and his own and Munro's troubles making the needle-bearing factory up and down the Dark Valley. Marking. God, I need to read this better. It seemed to him that the Lancasters were too big and clumsy for marking, too big a target for the flak and too clumsy for manoeuvring low enough over rough ground on pinpoint targets. He went to Cochrane and suggested that they try marking in a Mosquito, and Cochrane liked the idea. The twin-engine Mosquito was much faster, as well as smaller and nippier. Provided Mosquitoes could be used, Cochrane for the first time began to feel more comfortable about the idea of sending crews out to mark at low level. It's a good book. Anyway. So yeah, I don't know. I thought that'd be fun. You can do it, little aircraft carrier. You just have to defeat 2 destroyers, 2 cruisers, a battleship, and an aircraft carrier. I believe in you. Shushters, wooshters. Hey Sammy, what are the odds I was playing against someone who was in my chat earlier? Well, not quite. I was playing against someone whose like daughter was in my chat, and then she informed her mother, I assume, that she'd just blown me up, and then her mother came to chat, and it's Demonic Lilith. I think that's not the full username. I like to shout people out if I can, and she has a channel where she streams this stuff, but I forget her full name. It's something Demonic Lilith. Anyway, but what are the odds of running into some people you know? What's that? Some people do count-ins. What's a count-in? What was that? I know silence is a sin on radio, but I'm just taking a moment to relax. This might be my last match today as well. It's almost 2 p.m. here. I've been streaming since 10. My voice is starting to get a little tired. Starting to get a little... Ooh. You count down to when you press start battle and they do the same to get into the same game. Okay, but what are the odds? I mean, I really don't know how many people are playing this game. I would have thought it would be like 10,000 people or something, and so the odds of getting into the same match as someone else. But then, yeah, maybe if they're literally jumping in at the same time, that certainly decreases. And it's certainly also if you're if they know what ship you're picking, I guess they can pick one that they know is more likely to get into a game with you. Yeah, I could see that happening. I still think it'd be lucky though. But then maybe fewer people play this game than I think. And to be fair, it is like, you know, midday on a weekday. So, yeah, there's that. Yeah, because I always wondered how stream sniping worked. Because if someone's playing like Call of Duty and trying to stream snipe someone, which is essentially they're trying to... Well, I suppose that's different because you can jump in. Correct me if I'm wrong, because I've not played Call of Duty in years, but you can kind of jump into an ongoing thing or like a server, so that's a bit different. But like in a pure matchmaking game where you can't pick that kind of stuff. Well, where am I going? I probably shouldn't go this way. I should probably head towards where the Benson is. In a pure matchmaking game, surely it's incredibly difficult to stream snipe in a game like that. But yeah, maybe this game is smaller enough. Certainly I'm on the European server and so were they, and oh fine, I'll bring my guns round. I had my guns on the starboard side, fine, I'll bring them over here. But yeah, that was kind of cool. It's kind of different. Giving away location? What do you mean? I don't want to shoot at this guy. He can't see me yet. I'd love to bring all of my guns to bear before I start blasting, you know? I am about to get spotted, though. Screw it. I'll hit this Munich first. I'm still concerned about the destroyer ahead of me. I don't just want to charge ahead into A until our destroyer here has dealt with that guy. Oh, there's quite a few cruisers coming this way. It might behoove me now to turn left, but I've already spun my guns all the way around. If someone is watching your stream, they know where you are. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I understand how useful it can be to basically have a view of one of your enemy's screens and see what they can see. But again, like, that's only useful if you know someone in the match. And that just sounds like such a difficult thing to do. Fair play to them if they manage it. Yeah. Oof, this cruiser, the Graf Spee. You'll be fine, just don't put into port. That's where the real danger is. I'd love to... this guy's moving so fast. Oh no, there goes our buddy. There goes our buddy. Come on. I can't see shit anymore because our destroyer's gone, so I don't see a damn thing anymore. I mean, I can shoot these guys, but that's not the most helpful, so I am going to swing away right now because there's no point trying to fight 3 cruisers when I can barely see them. And a destroyer that now has free reign to torpedo me whenever he wants. Our team doesn't seem to be doing great on the other side of the map either. The enemy seem to have all the cover, and our guys just seem to be out in like back there, cuddling. I don't know. I'm sure they're having a lovely time. Can I get another shot off before I get behind this cover here? Okay, we have a small reprieve, not complete, but it's going to be much harder. Ha ha ha, goodbye Trento. It's going to be much harder for them to hit me. It's going to be much harder for them to torpedo me. They can still fire over this island, and certainly they can still see me. Oh no, I've accidentally piloted myself into the island. I did not want to swing left here, but I've done it to myself. So by all means, we'll swing left. Maybe we can hit this buddy. I'm going to call him Buddy. Buddy-oni. Maybe. If he's smart, he's moving into cover, and he is smart. But I think I have a shot on him here. Oh, he's dead. Nice Graf Spade. Graf Spade's still alive back there, just holding on by a thread. Doing the work, though. I'm still concerned about the 2 destroyers that are behind me somewhere. 2 destroyers. I mean, yeah, there's a cruiser, but I'm more concerned about the 2 destroyers. But we also have one ahead of me. I mean, it's Destroyer City here. There's nothing we can do about it, really. Except try to hit this guy. Come on, that's it. Just keep moving. Well, he's barely moving. Keep moving on the same course and speed. That's what I like to see. Just keep doing that. Alright. That wasn't the most helpful, but that'll do. And again, I really don't want to be swinging left here, but I don't have the time to swing right, so I'm just going to have to go towards the enemy. I don't really want to stop because of that, because of these torpedoes and things. I don't want to give the destroyers an easy target. Is there anything over... There's nothing to my left I can hit right now. There's so much smoke and people behind cover. I'm going to have to bring my guns around to the other side. Can we perhaps hit... This guy is in the perfect spot to hit. If we could just... I'm ignoring... Oh, he's already dead. I'm ignoring the torpedoes to my left. Intentionally. God, look at all these destroyers. They're swarming like flies. Come on, bring the gun around before he gets a lot of speed going. Oh, it's that other gun. I'm never going to bring it around. All right. You know what? I think why go after 2 destroyers when I can instead shoot terribly. Alright, that's the last time I'm going to fight those. I'm going to turn around. There are 2 battleships that need my attention. Where's the other battleship? Okay, he's down there. I know there's not much point me using a repair right now, but I might as well try.
My divine sight has revealed the target's
Buddy Holly. Nice. Do you remember when you got your first Windows 95 computer? And it came with the Weezer track Buddy Holly on it. It was like a marketing detail, and it came with like the music video on the actual like system. That was weird. Because I didn't have the internet back then, that was like one of the very few videos I had on my computer, so I just played it over and over again. Years later, I got into Weezer. This is gonna hurt. Yeah, I knew it. I knew that was gonna hurt. I was killed by a man that doesn't even have any clothes on. Oh, man. Yeah, like... It was a music video for Weezer's song Buddy Holly, which was made to be like an episode of Happy Days, which was an old American, like, 50s style sitcom diner thing. I never really watched that show. The whole thing was weird. Because at the time... I didn't know, like they made it with footage from the show, and they made it seem as if that they were a band playing in an episode of the show. And at the time, as a child, having no knowledge or internet or anything, I just thought it was a clip from the show where they'd had a band in. I didn't realize it was like a 1995 album release, because I guess that's why it got into Windows, because it was I don't know. Weezer weren't all that popular before that album came out, which is another thing that makes it a bit strange. Like, they weren't this big hot band or anything, like they became. I don't know. It's strange, but I liked it at the time, and it was cool to have it on there in the QuickTime.mov format. You had to get the QuickTime player. I don't want to play my destroyer again. I want to pull out. Screw it. I'll pull out my. You know what? I want to pull out my. I don't know. I want to pull out the Phoenix. Sure. Oh! I'm looking at my recording. I guess it's different to the stream, but my recording is 3 hours 33 minutes. It's almost 33 seconds as well. Yeah, that was interesting. Come on, I pressed A. Let's go. I used to enjoy just watching the QuickTime logo movie file. Because again, it was one of the only videos on my entire computer. I didn't have a lot of options for things to do with the computer. You know, I could look at the cool screensavers. I could look at spreadsheets and wonder what a spreadsheet was because I was 10. You know, the very first thing I did when I got my first computer was I loaded up Microsoft PowerPoint. And I did not know what that was. or what any of it was, or why anyone would use this thing. What was the? I didn't know what a presentation slideshow even was, but you could put cool transition effects in and sound effects, and you could make the text bounce around the screen, and so I had loads of fun playing with that as a child. I never did play the original SimCity. I played Pharaoh, which is another city sim builder thing, which was reasonably successful for what it was. Pharaoh's still fun. I don't know, you can get it on GOG, I think. They made Pharaoh and Pharaoh 2. Simple little games, but fun little games. Same kind of thing, just Egyptian times. I got that new SimCity that they made, the one that was a horrible flop. Remember that? No, that sounds super familiar though. I feel like I've seen it, but no, I'm not familiar with it. I had a Spectrum and a ZX Spectrum, which were British computers. Spectrum, ZX Spectrum. That's like if you wanted to load a program in, you needed to put a cassette tape in a cassette player kind of thing. And it ran BASIC. And then after that, I had Windows 95 PC because my uncle's neighbor worked. He was like a programmer, something. He worked at where did he work? Like Oracle or one of those places, you know. And so he was getting rid of his Windows 95 machine, I guess, to get a 98 machine or something. Oh, I'm just crashing. I'm crashing because I'm thinking about things and not playing the game. So I got that PC, but like before that, we didn't really know what a PC was particularly. I mean, okay, we kind of knew what a PC was, but like we didn't know what Windows was. We'd never seen it before. In school, we didn't have Windows computers. We had Acorn computers, which were like, I don't know, like an educational OS that you had in schools and stuff. So I'd used a mouse and a keyboard before, but I'd never used a Windows machine or seen a Windows machine or heard of a Windows machine. And let me tell you, Windows 95 was a lot better than an Acorn. Ho ho. Yeah, my friends had a Mega Drive, and I have a Mega Drive now as well. I do have one, but I didn't have one at the time. We were a poor family, so my first console was the Xbox 360, which I bought secondhand once I had a little bit of my own money when I was 19 years old. But yeah, growing up we didn't have consoles and things. What we used to do, so I had PC games, and what would happen is my father would go down to the pub, and there was a guy that would come into the pub with a list of like games that he'd just have written down on a piece of paper. And my father would come home with this list, and it was just like a notepad document list, just text, just said what the games were called. And I would just pick one that sounded cool from the list and go with that. And that's how I ended up playing stuff like Quake and Half-Life 1 and Virus and Age of Empires and things. Because I was like, oh yeah, Virus, that sounds cool. Quake, that sounds cool. No idea what it is, but the name sounds cool. I'm just driving at the enemy like an idiot right now because I'm having a good time. And they were like pirated, right? But at the time, I didn't know what pirated even meant. I was just like, yeah, we get games on these like handwritten CDs. That's how you get games, right? I don't know. And so that's how I played all of that stuff initially, until I was like a teenager, and I started to go to game stores and things. It's all over for me, by the way. I'll turn on my sonar, that'll help. That's a good trick. I don't know, I'm shooting at the enemy.
Problem solved, sir.
Dying as I may be. Still firing. You remembering ordering a GameCube with Luigi's Mansion and Burnout? Man, Burnout Paradise, oh hey Tia, I almost missed you there, sorry. I never played, I was never much into racing games, but I'll tell you, if there was a racing game I would have gotten into, it might have been, you know, I should have just carried on shooting. It might have been Burnout Paradise. That game looked really good. How you doing, Tia? You're here just in time for me to wrap up, I think, because I've been streaming for like almost 4 hours now, and that's too long. No one should stream that long without a break. Maybe some lunch. Maybe a lie down and think about your life choices, you know? Oh, I really need to do all of those things. Ah, man. But yeah, those. I mean, Sammy, when you come back another time, we'll have more discussions about formative video games and stuff. But I still have all my old stuff. I didn't get rid of any of it. I have my old like original World of Warcraft CDs, like from when the game was just like before they brought out expansions and stuff like that. I have all kinds of stuff. I got the Age of Empires 2 Special Edition collector's box thing that they put out, which had the first game and the second game, the expansions, and also the soundtracks and stuff, and a bunch of like art books and posters. Back when you used to get a poster for a game, like when a game would come out, if it was something like Age of Empires, you get a big poster that you could put on your wall that would have the full tech tree on it printed out, so you could see the tech tree and stuff. I had all that kinds of stuff on the wall. And yeah, the Xbox 360 was great. I was in university and there was this game I wanted to play called Mass Effect. It was like it hadn't come out yet, but it was a new BioWare joint, and I was way into like Knights of the Old Republic and all the older BioWare stuff. Neverwinter Nights was a fantastic game. Oh, well, realistically, the original campaign of Neverwinter Nights wasn't that great, but the 2 expansions were really good, and you could pull your like original campaign character into I think the second expansion, and some of that stuff tied in, so it was worth playing through. It wasn't bad, it just wasn't as good. The expansions really were better stories than the original campaign. The Saboteur, yes, that was that one where you fought against Nazis in France, and as you freed regions, they would go from black and white to color and stuff. I never played it, but I've seen enough of it played to be very aware of it. Wasn't the Saboteur the one where it had an Irish guy as the main character who was just they seem to think that Irish people just constantly swear and say, "Oh, it's a piece of piss. Oh, Jesus, now it's a piece of piss now." So it is, just constantly, because when I watched people play that game, the characters constantly saying how everything's a piece of piss, which, don't get me wrong, is an expression used in Ireland, but not to the extent that guy was saying it. Oh, anyway, yeah, that game seemed cool. But yeah, Mass Effect was coming out, but it was only coming out for console, and I didn't have a console. So one day it was after a lecture, and I was in one of the labs, computer labs, and I was just like, screw it, let's go on eBay and see how expensive a second-hand Xbox is. And it wasn't too bad, so I bought one. No, I do technically, I mean, I have a PlayStation 2, but I bought it well into my 20s to play a Persona game. So yeah, if we're talking about stuff I have, not stuff I got originally, I've got a PS2, and I have a Mega Drive, and several Xbox 360s. I have an Xbox One, of course, that's what I'm playing this on. And I have a bunch of old PCs, because I don't tend to throw my stuff away. I got my Pentium 4 rig somewhere, probably taken apart and put in a box, and the case was probably reused for something else, but I kept the motherboard and everything. All my old hard drives, which are probably just toast now, not that they had anything on them. All my old IDE stuff. I got a box of 3.5-inch floppy drives somewhere, just because like you pull them out of old machines, you know, when you're repurposing cases for newer stuff, and you don't necessarily, or like the old drives used to be IDE drives, and you don't get IDE drives anymore, so there was no point leaving them in the case when you were building a new system. So I have a bunch of old floppy drives and all kinds of stuff. I don't like throwing stuff away. One day someone will come to me and say, I need a 3.5-inch IDE floppy drive. And I'll be like, here you go. Choose from my selection. You need a black one, you need a beige one. Those are the only 2 colors. I mean, really, back then, those were the only 2 colors. You want a PC case? It's beige or it's black. What else do you want? Maybe, if you're fancy, we have silver. I feel like I didn't do great in that game, but I didn't come last, or even second to last. But still, I was being silly. But yeah, I got a bunch of that stuff. I have, and it's a weird thing to have, but I have the first, not literally physically the first, but I have one of the first model of internal Blu-ray burners that came out. So, I mean, obviously there's going to be a first one, right? So this was the first optical drive that you could get for your regular PC internal that could burn Blu-rays. And let me tell you, that thing is useless. I got that thing thinking it might be a really cheap, because I got it secondhand. I got it thinking this would be a really cheap way to burn Blu-rays because Blu-ray burners are expensive. Like Sony gets their money out of the licensing on that. My God, if you want to buy one of those things, why is a Blu-ray burning drive in 2025 so expensive? So expensive. Playing a Blu-ray, that's cheap, right? But burning a Blu-ray, you're really paying money for that, Jesus. So I thought I'd get this one cheap, great. And I don't mind it being an internal drive because I can just connect it with a cable and leave it on a desk. I don't care. But it turns out that Blu-ray technology has moved on since that drive came out, and its firmware didn't get updated for current Blu-rays because why would it? It was like the very first oldest burner you could get. And so it just doesn't burn current Blu-rays. So it was useless. So I know it's in a box somewhere. You have an external Asus Blu-ray player which also has an integrated sound card and headphone DAC. Yeah, that sounds handy though. Yeah, that sounds useful. That sounds like they basically got one of those like modern USB hubs and slapped a Blu-ray burner into it. But like, how expensive was that? Because you say it's a Blu-ray burner. That's going to be the expensive part. It must have been pricey, right? But I put my long-term backups on Blu-rays. And I know I'm not using archival quality Blu-rays, and they own, you have bit rots, and your drives will fail. I mean, your discs might fail within a decade or something. But I put my backups, certain backups, not everything. I have all kinds of different backups, but certain high volume backups I put on Blu-rays, like stuff you're not gonna need to access for maybe a decade or more. I put on Blu-rays. I burn them to 2 separate Blu-ray discs, in case one of them is, fails or something. And I store them in 2 different locations, 2 different buildings. Because it's all very well and good having a backup, but if you're like, oh, I back up all of my computer stuff onto Blu-ray discs and put them in my cupboard, in case something happens to the computer. Well, like, what if your house burns down and you've lost both of your backups because they were in the same building, So you definitely need they always say, the rule of 3. I don't remember what the actual rule of 3 is, but it's something to do with having 3 backups. Having 3 backups is like having 2 backups, and having 2 backups is like having no backups. I don't know. Look up the phrase. I don't remember it. But God, backups are such a thing. So there's so many different rules of thumb with backups. First off, you should always, if it's something you really care about, actually care about, you should always have it in 3 places, at least 3 places, preferably in 3 different formats if you can, and have them in physically different places as well. But also, a backup is only a backup if you know you can restore it. There are so many people who think, great, I'm backing up whatever it is, and they are backing it up, but then when at some point they need to restore it, they find out they can't restore it. Or I can't access it. Maybe, the files are encrypted and actually I don't have the encryption key. Or maybe I'm backing up my operating system, but I can't pull the backup and reapply it or whatever. So a backup is only a backup if you know that you can if you've actually tested restoring it and it works. You know what I mean? That's more of a software side of things than just regular files, I guess. But still, you might be backing something up and not realize that you've screwed up some configuration thing and your backups are useless. So the SBW S1 Pro. Well, thankfully, I have a Blu-ray burner now. What I did is I also found a cheap secondhand deal. It was on an internal slimline laptop style Blu-ray drive. But those things are just SATA drives. All it is at the back is a SATA port and a Molex power port. So you can just get those and just plug them into whatever. I got an SSD the other day, and again, I was trying to find a cheap external drive to do some backups so that I could install Helldivers and stuff on this laptop for streaming, and just have more space for recording VODs and things. So I needed to back some stuff up locally on just a spare thing. So I was looking online, and like even hard drives are so expensive right now. But I found a cheap deal on it was a Crucial 1 terabyte, 2.5 inch internal SSD. And I know that you don't really need a caddy for those things because it's already in a caddy. Like, because it's an SSD that fits the 2.5-inch hard drive form factor, all you're really getting is a tiny circuit board inside a big plastic case. So it's already kind of protected. It doesn't need any special caddy. So I just got one of those, and I just connect it to my laptop with a simple direct light SATA to USB cable. It's nice and simple and easy, and I just hook it up when I need to transfer some files. I don't stream Helldivers yet, but I like that game, and there's some folks on my Discord, my mods actually, who do play that game, Spicy and Filthy, and they've been on at me to start streaming it and playing it with them, and I will at some point. I never played the original Helldivers, but I don't think I'd enjoy it as much. It doesn't, like top-down games like that, or like isometric top-downy kind of things, don't usually do it for me. That kind of action game. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just not for me. But Helldivers 2, holy crap, that game's amazing. Like the gameplay, the ambience, the soundtrack. I listen to that soundtrack a lot, too much. I listen to it almost every day in the shower lately. It's amazing, and of course I love all of the comedic, satirical, fascist trappings, and I've always enjoyed Starship Troopers and stuff. Just everything in that game is so good. Helldivers 2 is so good. And when they did their event a few months ago, their live event thing that was basically directly riffing off the Halo Reach kind of Fall of Reach in like Covenant Invasion stuff, because obviously they're big fans of the old Halo stuff and they built so much of that in. And it was so much of a joy to experience that. It felt like being back playing Halo again and playing through that story, but I was doing it with, hundreds of thousands of people. It was amazing. Helldivers 2 is so good. But yeah, I want to be in. That's actually why there is a game, and I don't remember the name, but it's this like big MMO kind of thing where it's this like kind of like a World War I era simulator where they simulate full-on wars between two sides, two nations, and they can go on for weeks or even months. And you as your player character can choose, like, do you want to go to the front line and be a soldier, or you can be logistics and you can drive supplies from factories to where they're needed on the front, or you can be someone who's like mining and digging up the raw materials that then need to be taken to the factories. So it's this big logistics game, basically, where these big wars play out. Hold Fast, yeah, I think that's what it's called, right? And I really wanted to play it, except it's top-down, and that just put me off, because for me, I'm just not into top-down stuff. Yeah, proximity chat and all that kind of big... I love the idea of, like, just being a guy who's driving a truck, and, like, the entire war, I'm just behind the lines, driving a truck around, and I never even see the enemy. But I just don't want to play the top-down stuff. If they had a first-person mode, I would immediately download that game and give it a go. Just for whatever reason, that kind of top-down stuff just never appealed to me. Yeah, Napoleon era. They do have modern battleships though. Don't they have nukes? They have nukes. The one I'm thinking of, if you can get all the way through the tech tree and unlock a nuke, I'm pretty sure. And they certainly have modern dreadnought style battleships and stuff. Okay, I'm thinking of a different game. So what game am I thinking of then? Foxhole, right? That's what it's called. I think I'm thinking of Foxhole. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's called Foxhole. But that's cool, but it's top down, so I'm just not into it. Just not my thing. Anyway, I'm going to wrap up because we're almost 4 hours in, and I need to stop speaking with my mouth hole and go put food in my mouth hole instead. So, everyone who's been here chatting, especially you, Sammy, if I could make you a VIP, I would. It's been great. It's been a lot of fun. I'll be back tomorrow, probably at 10:30 a.m. Probably. If I change the schedule, you'll see it on the schedule page. This has been fun. I'm done. I'm empty. I have nothing left. I'm gonna play the outro video, and we can all enjoy that, and we can all just collapse together into a pile, and just. This is such a low energy outro, but I used all my energy up talking to you for 4 hours. You have a good one, Sammy, and whoever else is watching, and wherever you are and whatever you're doing, go have a good day. I'm gonna go and lie down.